Night high school football is all about, Greg. The fans from Randolph County have turned out. They have filled the stands here on the visitor side across the way. The Roll Tribe signs are up for Ohatchee, and this is a big ball game tonight for these young men.
Well, we're in the third round of the state high school playoffs in Alabama, and as we were driving over here through Cheehaw and leaving Roanoke and coming through Wedowee, a large part of the Eagle 102.3 listening audience there in Wedowee and where Randolph County High School is located. I know the fans, if you couldn't make it, and of course, Jack, looking down here, it's hard to believe that anybody in Randolph County didn't make it.
I think they're all here. Yep.
They're all here. So hopefully you got your ears on there in the stadium. But what a great little venue here, where the stands on the home side are packed. Everybody from Randolph County, I believe, is up here watching their Randolph County Tigers. And man, it is a wonderful playoff atmosphere. Coolish outside. You can wear your jackets. I see some kids out here with just short pants on. Not you and I here.
No, they don't feel any pain. Again, it is such a wonderful venue, Greg. Mm-hmm. You and I are both lovers of high school football. We'll go and watch just about any ball game we can do. And tonight we're so excited to bring you this. It's really a neat thing when you think about what we've got here on the field tonight. In region, we're in 3A, Region 5. Those teams have been amazing all season long. In fact, right now, Piedmont, Ohatchee, Randolph County, and Weaver are all playing tonight. Piedmont was at the top of the region. Ohatchee following them, Randolph County third, and Weaver closing it out. So tonight you've got Ohatchee and Randolph County playing, and then Piedmont and Weaver are also playing as well tonight. So this is going to separate the men from the boys kind of thing, but it's also how powerful Region 5 in 3A is.
Well, we do keep up with high school football. We keep up with more on the Georgia side because we do the Troup County Tigers over there just across the Chattahoochee River. But, Alabama High School does it just a little bit different as far as their brackets and their playoff. And that Georgia High School, you're going to have one of your team members from each region in a different bracket.
Right.
Here, and the only way you're going to meet is in the state championship game. Not so in Alabama, where these teams have played each other before. I think Ohatchee came away with a 34-6 victory the second game of the season.
Right.
And now they meet for a second time. So, and just the same thing, the other two region teams are meeting just in the north side of the county. So you've got all four region teams playing here. I think it's Calhoun County. I'm not sure.
Here in Calhoun County,
yeah,
exactly right.
And so a lot of football going on here in North Alabama today.
We're ready to start kickoff live here on Eagle Sports. We're excited to bring this game to you. Thank you again for tuning in tonight. And we'll give you all of the color and excitement of this ball game. Again, great to see great crowds on both sides.
Coach Pat Prestridge there at Randolph County. I believe we're going out on a limb. We did a little bit of studying, but surely it's got to be his son, the quarterback, number 2. He's also doing the kicking duties as he'll, if a need be, to come up for a field goal. He's actually sitting the ball on the 40-yard line now. He reaches back. He tells his team what to do. He then steps off, and he's getting ready for the third round kickoff here in Alabama High School playoff.
Ball rests on the 40. They'll be going left to right. Randolph County comes in with their white jerseys, white tops, white bottoms. There's the kickoff, going to hit down at about the 10 and roll into the end zone. Actually, no, it's still in bounds.
Ooh.
Is it stay in bounds, Greg? No, okay, they'll say it went out into the end zone, so they'll bring it out to the 20, and that's where Ohatchee will have it first and 10.
Prestridge really on a straight kickoff. I hadn't seen a straight kicker in a long time. Most of them are all soccer-style kickers. He kicks it and hits on about the 14-yard line and rolls, and the Ohatchee receiver kind of let it die down, and we thought it was going to die on the 1-yard line. It did cross over.
It did look like it was going to go out of bounds about the 1. Instead, they'll bring it up to the 20, and that's where Ohatchee will have it first and 10.
Ohatchee's dressed in red with white helmet. Your Randolph County Tigers all in white. White helmet, white jerseys, and white pants.
Taylor Eubanks is the quarterback. He's going to start off rolling to his right, looking downfield. He's going to pass on first down. He's got a man open out at about the 40. He gets to the 45, brought down out of bounds on the far side. And what a great way for Ohatchee to start in this ball game.
Huge play down to the 48-yard line is where they're going to mark him out. The tight end literally on a drag route as he hits the seam, goes down Owen Hale, a tight end. He's a senior, stands at 6'1", 185. One of the bigger kids on the offensive line for Ohatchee. Quarterback did a naked boot, rolls out toward the Ohatchee sidelines, and hits him on a first pass for 30 yards.
Eubanks fakes the handoff. He's going to roll out again. Got a man in his face. He's going to throw off his back foot. Throws a duck complete all the way down to Jesse Sellers. And it's going to go across the 50 down to the 30-yard line.
We've got probably roughing the passer as the big kid from Randolph County. I want to say and I get you to bear with me here. Richard Bledsoe, I want to say he was under a lot of pressure with the quarterback. There's a flag there, so it is roughing the passer. However, the pass did get completed inside the Randolph County territory, inside the 30-yard line, down to about the 28, 27. They're going to mark off another spot there. So from the end of the play, they'll move it another 15 yards. That'll put it inside the red zone, down to the 14-yard line for the Ohatchee Tribe.
Greg, 2 plays, and they're already down from the 20, across the 20, down inside the 10.
It looks like they've obviously scouted some of the secondary there, and I'll get you the number. The cornerback was on both occasions a little bit behind the coverage. At the same
time, they had 3 interceptions last week against Sylvania.
Well, I think they just weren't ready for Ohatchee to come out throwing the football like they do. I know Randolph County,
they're going to run the ball. Yeah,
they average less than 6, 7, or 8 passes a game.
Eubanks has a main rolling. He's going to take it right up the middle of the field, pick about 3 or maybe 4 yards before he's brought down by, looks like, number 8. We'll bring him down. I don't have his number. I'll try to get that for you just a bit.
That looked like a run-pass option where the quarterback simply took it and faked it to the H-back there as he come across in front and just simply went up the middle for 4 yards.
Going to hand the ball off to number 3. That's Austin Tucker. Tucker, though, going to be brought down just short of the 10-yard line. So that'll bring up 3rd down now.
Numbers are hard to read, but it looks like number 12, Brody Wortham. He's a junior, and I want to say he looks like he's from his defensive end position. And you guys that are avid fans of Randolph County, if we mess up the numbers, we certainly apologize. We've got some Max Preps rosters here we're working with, and also the numbers are Vegas gold on white, kind of tough to see.
They're going to go to the left side, all the way down into the 5. Touchdown for Ohatchee to start off this contest.
Just simply a little trap play. The scissors coming from the backfield as the right tailback takes a handoff, crisscrosses, goes off left tackle, gets hit immediately by 2 Randolph County Tigers at the line of scrimmage and should have had him. They just didn't lock up. He kept moving his feet. High leg kicks kind of reminded me of Tony Rozier back in Nebraska and 49ers days, and he kept pounding and got into the end zone. The extra point is good. Ohatchee go up 7-0 here with 10:30 to go in the first quarter. Ohatchee's lead 7-0 over your Randolph County Tigers.
Let's take a moment to go back to the station. 30 seconds back to the station right here on Eagle Sports.
Emergency Medical Transport is proud to be part of this community and to serve the people of Roanoke, Randolph County, and surrounding areas. Emergency Medical Transport, owned and operated by Med-Knight, have 6 ambulances in their transport fleet and 28 full and part-time EMTs, advanced EMTs, and paramedics to ensure that if you need emergency services, they'll be there when you need them. When you or your loved one needs professional emergency medical services quickly, you can rely on EMT, Emergency Medical Transport, serving Roanoke and surrounding areas.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WELR 102.3 FM, Roanoke, LaGrange.
Welcome back to Eagle Sports. You're listening to the Randolph County Ohatchee game live here from Ohatchee, Alabama. And the Indians will kick the ball off from the 40 over to the right side. Looks like it's going to bounce out of bounds over on the far side. They'll bring it up to the 35, and that's where Randolph County will have it 1st and 10.
Looks like he tried to do a little dead zone kick there at the 30-yard line.
Those are popular nowadays.
They are. You've got a little area there that if you've got some speedy guys out on a wideout on your kickoff team, you can actually get down in there behind the front line and make a recovery, because once it goes 10 yards, it is a live ball. So I know sometimes we confuse onside kicks with being a live ball, but it's live once it passed 10 yards.
Well, they've made a different choice. Instead of bringing it to the 35, they're going to actually make them back it up to the 35 and re-kick it.
Well, that's right. So you have a lot of times the coaches forget, but you have the option to decline in it. You have the option of declining the penalty or take it at the 35. So with a weak kickoff, Jack, and I believe it really was a weak kickoff, I think Randolph County decided we can return this ball.
Dead on kick's going to bounce down inside the 10. And that may not have been their best choice. And now they take it up from there. Ohatchee with some good coverage. Randolph County's going to get the ball to the 25. That's going to go back, though. There was a block in the back down about the 5-yard line.
It was obvious that at this time of the year, you could just see it coming, and nobody.
Just two guys down there.
Number 5 for Ohatchee came barreling down through the middle of the
Chase
field.
Wigton.
And really nobody touched him, and then kind of backfired on Randolph County. Coach Prestridge, I'm sure, didn't want that to happen. As far as
he'd love to be at the 35 right now.
That's right. So really, after the block in the back, it's going to be inside the 5-yard line. So Randolph County Tigers are going to start this series, their first of this playoff game, from their own 4-yard line, guys. So 96 yards to pay dirt as Randolph County Tigers starts.
The junior quarterback, Andrew Prestridge, makes his way up to the line of scrimmage. 6'3", 185 is how he's listed in the program. He's got twin backs in the backfield. Goes under center, turns around, fakes the handoff to the fullback, hands the ball to the tailback. He's going to get hit immediately at the line of scrimmage. Not a lot there.
Coming off the bottom of the pile is number 14 from his line. That's the quarterback. He's also a linebacker.
Eubanks, yep.
And he actually made the tackle.
He's the middle linebacker.
Wow.
Trent Lane, the sophomore running back, was on the carry.
And looking Jack, Trent Lane's a big boy.
Yes, he is. A lot of hair.
I tell you, Randolph County really in pads, man for man, looks bigger than Ohatchee. Ohatchee's got some big kids across the interior of the offensive line, which really they're going to go both ways. They're going to be on the defensive line as well. But, and of course, Prestridge comes to the sidelines to get a play. They hadn't actually whistled it in yet. The referees
was there a flag that we missed?
I don't know that there's a flag yet. If there was, it can't be much other than,
actually, it was a flag against Ohatchee. Looks like they're going to mark all 5.
Well, they're actually coming together.
Now they break. Okay, they weren't moving the ball.
They're over there talking to both coaches to get an explanation of what happened. Now, we got illegal procedure against Randolph County, which is declined, so it should be second down.
So 2nd and 10. And, you're going to have a great officiating crew here tonight because, you're in the state playoffs. You're going to get folks from not the area. They're going to be from all across the state.
Right.
An all-star team, if you will.
That's right. So,
wow.
2nd and 9.
Actually, they lost some yards, Greg, so it's going to be 2nd and 11.
Scoreboard, that's right. Scoreboard shows 2nd and 9. You're right. 2nd and 11 from the 3-yard line.
Prestridge will go under center. 2 backs in the backfield behind him. Turns around. Hands it off to the tailback on a trap play. He gets across the line of scrimmage. Gets down to about the 7-yard line. Nice little move upfield by Trent Lane.
Number 14, the quarterback, who's also the middle linebacker. I'll get his name shortly.
Eubanks.
Taylor Eubanks. Looks like we're going to be calling his name a lot tonight, whether he's on offense or defense.
You think he's related to Bob?
Yeah, probably so. And behind door. Anyway, so the Randolph County Tigers off left tackle is able to pick up about 4 or 5 yards out to the 7-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 6 for the Tigers.
Prestridge once again under center. Turns. Hands the ball off to Lane. Lane going to get to the outside. Keeps his feet across the 10, down to the 14-yard line.
That will stop the clock. They're going to move the change. It'll be 1st down. So good really coming out of the hole for the Tigers. They're going off left tackle. They tried off right guard and got stuffed. The last 2 plays have been off right tackle. Behind, I'll get his number here in a little bit. Right guard is kind of smallish. The right tackle is one of their bigger kids on the offensive line, number 57 for Randolph, kind of following his blocking there.
Prestridge will go to the shotgun set this time. Lane to his left. Going to hand the ball off to the wide receiver coming out from around. This little slot receiver sweep. Number 14 is the ball carrier. That's Trey Terrell.
Kind of a modified jet sweep. Normally you do a jet sweep with your H-back, but you had a wide receiver almost like an inside reverse where he didn't go behind the quarterback. He actually come right down, which is where a slot back would come, and he's able to turn it upfield and pick up 9 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 1 for the Tigers.
Eubanks was right there for the tackle. He's going to be all over this field tonight.
Well, you got to assume this late in the season that these kids on both sides of the football are are in good shape. Should be the 13th ball game of the season for these kids.
Prestridge going to take the snap. He's going to run it himself straight up the middle. He'll get across close to the 30, and that'll be enough for a 1st down.
He'll pick up the 1st down as they'll move the chain. So 2 first downs. And remember, fans, if you just joined us, Ohatchee scored really on about 6 plays, and they're in the end zone, 80-yard drive to go up 7-0. And Randolph County starts their possession inside the 5-yard line at the 4 with a penalty to back them up to 3, and now they're on the move. 2 consecutive first downs out to the 28-yard line is where they'll get a new fresh set of downs.
8 minutes left to go in the first quarter of play. Pressures takes the snap, looks, going to air it out to his wide receiver. They're going to be caught in the backfield. There's Eubanks again. He'll get about 2 yards with this one, 2nd and 8.
From his middle linebacking position, it's one thing to be a linebacker. He's also the quarterback, so he kind of reads really, really well, and he read that so good. Just a little flare pass out from Prestridge to his halfback.
And he slipped in behind the blocking as well. Did a nice job being right there as the ball was passed into him.
Very, very quick, Eubanks is, and that'll hold Randolph County to a 1-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Ball's resting on their own 29-yard line.
Play clock at 11. Randolph County needs to move and get this ball off. 4, 3. They're still looking at their wrist. 2. A timeout is going to have to be called by Randolph County. They're right now. They're trailing Ohatchee 7-0. Ohatchee leads with 7:17 left here in the first quarter. Let's take 30 seconds back to the station right here on Eagle Sports.
Let's take a second and picture our dream home. The fence along the drive, the siding, the windows, that 2-car garage you pull into, the porch you walk up on, and now we're inside. Look at those beautiful floors and that fireplace. That's pretty easy, right? Well, just as we built a home in our mind, Russell Do It Center can bring that dream to life from A to Z. Russell Do It Center offers full contractor service. They can read those house plans and everything in between to get you in the home you've dreamed of. Call Larry Driver today at 334-863-5330. That's 863-5330. And let Russell Do It Center do it for you.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WELR 102.3 FM, Roanoke, LaGrange.
Welcome back. Here comes Randolph County moving left to right on their radio dial. Take the shotgun snap as Prestridge hands it off to Lane. Lane fighting, chopping his feet, trying to get to the 30. But they're going to hold him there. He'll get another yard. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Number 60, the nose tackle, left nose tackle, the defensive line makes the tackle for Ohatchee. One of the things that we talked about during the break is that certainly Randolph County is a big team. Tristan Garcia made that tackle. Randolph County's got a big team. It just looks like the aggression is not quite there like it should be at this time of the game. You've got Ohatchee's defense is just lights out fast. Now we've got the left guard flinching, so that'll back them up. It's already 3rd and 8, let's say. Now it's going to be 3rd and 13 for the Randolph County Tigers.
Penalties are not something you want as you're fighting to make your way in the Alabama State playoffs.
Well, Jack, speaking of penalties, that's at least the 3rd penalty on this possession for the Tigers, as they've had 2 or 3 illegal motion penalties.
Yeah, almost had the delay of game a minute ago. 17 seconds left on the play clock. They're still looking over the sidelines to get their play. They should be about to call it by now. Now 12 seconds. They got quads to the left. One receiver back to this near side. Prestridge all by himself in the backfield. Backs up, looking. Going to air it out way down the field along the 40. He's got a receiver there. Great coverage by number 18 of Ohatchee. That's Kevin Williamson. Williamson goes up, almost brings it down, but knocks it down. It falls incomplete.
One of the things that I noticed is that it was on a go route, and just simply with the wide out, just takes off, flying down as fast as he can. And then number 18 cornerback was all over him. You had quads to the left for Randolph County at that time. The inside slot guy just simply set out here at the 35, 40-yard line, totally uncovered. But by this time, Prestridge had made his decision to throw it deep, didn't check off. He had a guy sitting in the center of the field that would have made it out to the 50-yard line and kept this drive alive.
Well, he's got to punt the ball now. He'll step up and do the kicking himself. Pretty good kick. Taking at the – actually, he's going to bounce to the 45. Taking Ohatchee bounce over to the 50. They're going to put it down, and now Ohatchee will have it right at the 50-yard line to start their second drive.
Yeah, it looked good coming off his foot, a spiral, but unfortunately
kind of hung up there.
It just kind of died out there at about the 44-yard line, and when it hit, it bounced back to the 49. So excellent field position for Ohatchee to start their second possession of this first quarter and of the game, leading 7-0 if you just joined us. Ohatchee over Randolph County.
Eubanks going to hand the ball off to his tailback, who's going to bounce, go back, spin, and go back into the line. He'll get maybe a yard across the 50. They'll bring up second down.
Immediately he was hit at the line of scrimmage. But one of the things that I've noticed about again, I mentioned at break how Ohatchee just seems to be quick and moving, and these kids just do not stop their legs moving. And it's imperative for Randolph County, the Tigers, to really lay these hats on these kids and and tackle hard.
You know, Greg, I'm looking at that right side is their strong side. That's where their two big boys are, but they go to this near side, go left. Great play by Randolph County that time as number 30, who's the defensive lineman there, Otero Hester, comes from the backside and makes a huge tackle in the backfield.
Hester broke through the line of scrimmage as they had a bunch set on the right side where you've had a H-back as well as your halfback sitting over here, and they pull the tackle, H-back, and halfback lead blockers, and the right defensive end, the left defensive end just followed them along and actually outran them to the football, and that would actually put them back to the 49-yard line, 3rd and 10 for Ohatchee.
Eubanks with the shotgun set, fakes the handoff, backs up to pass, two-step drop back, throws it over. It gets intercepted by Randolph County. We mentioned last week against Sylvania they got interceptions, 3 of them. They get one here. He loses the ball, but he was already down. So Randolph County will have the ball at the 45.
You know, of course, Ohatchee's arguing, but yeah, let's see what the.
I think he's down.
Let's see what the. They're arguing. No, the referee and the rest of the officials.
It's Randolph County's ball.
Randolph County's football. You know, that was just a little inside post from the slot back had come across the middle, got behind the linebackers. And Eubanks actually hit him in his hands.
Yep, Sellers was the wide receiver, but now he's only 5'9", and he just couldn't get up there and get it.
That's right, hit him in the hands, and then the cornerback had slipped in behind him on good tip drill practice as Randolph County intercepts the ball and now has possession at their 45-yard line.
Pressures are going to center. He's got a power eye behind him, steps back, hands them off on the trap, and wow, great job of coming across the line of scrimmage by number 44 of Ohatchee. He just dived in there, Cam McCombs.
McCombs, outside linebacker on the left side of the defense, on a stunt, did not get touched, came off went around the tight end, totally untouched, and it just seemed like it took so long for the play to develop to hand it off.
Well, they little crossbow trap in the backfield, and really when you got a power, you power right eye, just take it straight up the middle.
Yeah.
And you're looking with a lead blocker.
They're running
more of a wishbone,
set.
yeah. So turn, take the handoff, roll, pressures, looking downfield, go to check down to number 1, the wide receiver Trent Lane. He's actually the running back, going to be a wide receiver. He'll be just short of the first down, looks like.
Lane takes a fake, goes through the line of scrimmage, and then moves out into the flats, picks up 6 yards. It'll be 3rd and 4. Nice pass by Prestridge. Hit him out in the flats. He turns it upfield, and Ohatchee runs him out of bounds, knocks him out of bounds after a 6-yard gain. 3rd and 4, balls at the Ohatchee now 49-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Lane will stand just to the right of Prestridge. Prestridge takes a snap. Going to run the option. Pitches it out. And a big seam that time for Lane. Lane will get across the 40. He'll pick up the first down down near the 35-yard line.
Great looking option by Prestridge as he pitched out to Lane. But what's more impressive is number 67 on a huge block turned the defensive tackle to the outside, created a lane that you and I could drive a truck through, Jack.
Yep, Seth Goodson.
Man, Seth just absolutely took his guy outside, picked up a huge gain for the Tigers down inside the 40, down to the 37-yard line of Ohatchee.
Randolph County moved the ball well in this series. Prestridge fakes one handoff, fakes a second. Now he's going to roll to his left all by himself. He's going to run the ball, heading for the out of bounds. They're going to dive at his feet, but he's going to get out of bounds down near the 25-yard line.
Great ideas. He fakes once, twice, 3 times, rolls out toward the Ohatchee sidelines. He's on a drag route. He's got the tight end coming across behind the linebackers, but he is well covered. Well, you know what? The wideout had taken the corner deep, and he leaves him wide open,
Just
Jack.
Get the yardage.
He's able to pick up 9 yards. It'll be 2nd and really a foot. They may
They'll measure it?
They may even measure because it is really close.
Ball still on the far side of the field. That's what they're going to do. They're going to bring out the chains and measure it.
No, they moved the chains. They're going to call it a first down.
Never mind. You're right.
So another first down for the Tigers inside the 30-yard line down to the 27-yard line of Ohatchee.
3:40 in the first quarter play, 7-0 in favor of Ohatchee, but Randolph County is driving the ball. Prestridge stands in the shotgun set. Put a man in motion back to the right side.
Actually, that's Prestridge in motion.
You're right. Different quarterback in. He dodges one, dodges another. He's going to go down, and he's sacked. The quarterback that time was number 12, Brody Wortham.
Just didn't look like it developed. Brody really wasn't ready for that. Excuse me. You had an offensive tackle that just kind of – he thought maybe the play would go a little faster. You could just tell he wasn't aggressive enough on blocking his man. And Brody just kind of really didn't scatter too quick, Jack. And he all his players were covered. Really should have made a quicker decision to do something with that ball. And yet he takes a sack from the 27-yard line back out to the ball's going to be placed on the 30. 34-yard line. So he'll lose 7 yards on that. Should be 2nd and 17 for the Tigers.
3 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Prestridge goes back into the quarterback set. He'll stand at the shotgun set with Lane to his right. Looking to pass, throws across the middle. Complete. Beautiful passing catch all the way down there to, let's see who's that with the ball carrier. That 32? Yep. That's 32 for the Tigers, and that is Seth Hanna.
Seth Hanna from the wideout position on the left side, lined up really inside the numbers. He did a little fake outside, came inside the corner. Prestridge hit him in a nice stride. That'll take the ball all the way down to the 16-yard line. Be first down, and I won't say goal, but it's first down and 10 for the Tigers on the 16-yard line. Nice read by Prestridge. Nice catch by Hanna.
You understand why this is the best region in Alabama football in 3A. This time Prestridge will go back under center. Has a man going in motion back to the near side. Turns, toss sweep, going around the right side to Lane. Lane makes one man miss, makes another one miss. Dives across, gets across the 15, down to about the 14-yard line.
Number 2 for Ohatchee gets off the ground early. He's not going to hit Big Lane. Big Lane, look at, he's got some really nice thighs on him. He runs low to the ground, and the only way you're going to tackle him if you're small as number 2 is you got to get down below his knees, which he did.
5'10", 180 over 5'9", 175. So
that picks up 3 yards for the Tigers inside the 15. Ball's down on the 14-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 7 from the 14. Exciting. I'm sorry, Jack. Exciting contest.
Yes, it is.
And I'm glad you said that. They got that ball off the last play with 1 second left.
Prestridge will take it straight up the middle. Gets across the 15, down to about the 13-yard line.
He was hoping something would open up there, Jack, but really nothing did. He just kind of took it straight up the middle, picked up maybe a couple of yards, but you just had to kind of roll over your offensive lineman. But so far, Prestridge moved it. He's been known to move out into a wideout position when you have another quarterback come in, and it just didn't work to the Tigers' advantage earlier.
Prestridge once again goes under center. Wishbone behind him. Back, fakes the handoff. Eubanks on a stunt. Back there, they're going to complete a pass, looks like right at the line of scrimmage, but Eubanks was completely he had followed the running back inside, then had to reverse his field to come back after Prestridge. They're going to be looking now a 4th down, and we'll see what they decide to do. Do they use the foot of Prestridge, who has kicked a field goal in the playoffs? It looks like right now he's going to come back to this near side. Play clock continuing to tick down to 18. The clock on the board at 30 seconds. Whatever they do, they got to do it quick.
That play could have gained significant yardage, Jack. Probably even got him a first down had Prestridge put a little more oomph on it. Gained 3 yards. 4th down and 4.
Wishbone, toss sweep. As the Tigers fight the inside, they're going to be short of the first down, Greg, I think.
It's going to be, from our vantage point, it's going to be close. If it's short, it's only short by a foot or two. Ohatchee's not really reacting, so it may be one of these so close they got to measure, Jack. And the referee's going to the other side of the field. He's saying
holding again. Oh, that's tough. Holding against Randolph County on
decline.
that play.
Ohatchee takes over.
All right, so they did not get the first down. So a big defensive stop for Ohatchee.
Again, I'm seeing opportunity for Randolph County. One of the things Prestridge is what I've seen so far in the first couple of series is he's got to move his feet a little quicker and put a little bit more juice on that ball. He actually the tailback had to stop and kind of fall back to it, and a little bit more gumption on the football. And these Tigers are still rolling, but right now Ohatchee takes over with the ball on the 8-yard line.
Just right up the middle. Trying to get a little bit of that end zone out of their back. 8 seconds, 7 seconds counting down. That'll probably be the last play of the first quarter. Man, this one has gone fast, Greg.
It's all on the ground, Jack. A lot of running over here.
There we go. That's the end of the first quarter play. 7-0 is your score in favor of Ohatchee. You're listening to Eagle Sports. We're going to take 60 seconds back to the station right here, as we mentioned, on Eagle Sports.
At First State Bank, we believe that the final score of tonight's game will likely fade from memories as the years pass on by. But the lessons learned as a high school football player will serve each player for a lifetime. Lessons of hard work, discipline, teamwork, and planning will help form the future of each participant. That's why we're proud to support area student athletes on the fields and courts and in the classroom. First State Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender in Lineville, Wadowee, and Ashland.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WELR 102.3 FM, Roanoke LaGrange.
Welcome back to high school football right here on Eagle Sports. We thank you for listening to us tonight on this beautiful Friday night. Again, it's a little bit of a chill in the air tonight. Not cold, just a little cool. Beautiful field, a grass field. Greg, you and I haven't seen one of these hardly at all whole season long, maybe once or twice, as we've been doing games over in Georgia.
Troop High Tigers played on turf fields the entire season, except when they went up for the region championship to Cartersville.
Yep.
And Cartersville has a grass turf just like Ohatchee. A nice stadium here, and tons of people. The entire fence line there's standing room only here tonight and inside Ohatchee Stadium.
They're going to run a outside trap play and get across the 15-yard line. They'll be short of the first down, brings up third down.
Huge play, huge third down play here for Randolph County Tigers as they have got to hold these guys. Third down and a long 3. Just chewing up little yardage there, the Ohatchee team is. Really big play. You want to keep these guys 3 and out where you can get the ball back. If they're punters, anything like their kickoff, it should be a short punt if they can just hold them.
Man in motion. Eubanks going to call his own number. Man, is he tough. He just trucked about 3 guys from Randolph County. He'll get across the 25, and that'll be a first down for Ohatchee.
What I see is just a lot of missed tackles inside the interior defensive line, Jack. They had him hit inside behind the line of scrimmage. Behind the line of scrimmage, and he was able to keep those legs churning, twisting, turning, and you just didn't lock up. He's able to pick up about 8 yards and a first down for Ohatchee. The ball rests on the 25-yard line as a first down.
Eubanks will call for it. Fake the handoff. Run again on his own up the field. He's finally brought down by, looks like that's number 17 for Randolph County, and that's Antonio Morgan.
He and 21 on the tackle, number 21 for the Randolph County Tigers.
That's A.J. Wright.
A.J. Wright. So they continue to move the football. That first down picked up 6 yards, maybe 7. I'd say a long 3.5 for the Tribe.
Short 4, long 3.
Of Ohatchee.
There's the snap. Eubanks once again calls his own number, hit the backfield, continuing to chop his feet to get across to the 35-yard line.
He's hit. I'm looking at all the Randolph County kids. Number 2 gets off the field. I think that's Prestridge on the initial hit. He's at the 32-yard line. He hits him. The quarterback keeps spinning, churning, moving those legs. He gets all the way out to the 37. 5 more yards after being hit initially behind the line of scrimmage. One of the things that the Tigers have to do is lock up hard, because the Tribe from Ohatchee, they're not going to keep those legs from. They're going to try to get every inch they can, Jack.
Rumbling, stumbling, bumbling down the field.
If you just joined us, 7-0, Ohatchee scored on their first series, and it's become a defensive battle since.
The Indians are going to go around the left side and pick up some huge yardage down to the 30, 20, finally be brought out of bounds, and that's number 3, Austin Tucker, the running back.
On a toss sweep, just a simple toss sweep, the wideout had come in and pinched on the linebackers. Tucker, or number 3, got outside. Tucker got outside for about a 70-yard, 65-yard gain down inside the 15-yard line down to the 11. Prestridge saved a touchdown.
Yes, he did.
He pushed him out of bounds. Otherwise, you would have – just when I was talking about it turned into a defensive struggle, they opened up and do a toss sweep for 65 yards.
Good seal blocks by the outside linebacker, by the outside end. Eubanks calls his own number, back across the middle, spinning, fighting his way down, ball's on the ground. Randolph County, they get on it.
They got on it in the end zone. It'll be a touchback, touchdown-saving fumble, if you will. Because just before the quarterback crossed the end zone and he was going to score a touchdown, the ball came out of his hands by Tiger. Had stripped it out of his hands. Another Tiger landed on the end zone. Touchback. Wow, that was phenomenal.
You know, sometimes you try to do a little too much. Eubanks, if he just kind of touched it, would have been down at the 2. But instead, the Randolph County Tigers have the ball out at the 20-yard line.
Wow, what an exciting last couple of series. Mm-hmm. Randolph County drives the length of the field, comes down inside the 4-yard line, can't score a touchdown. They change of quarters. Ohatchee then toss sweep, picks up about 60-plus yards. and then the Tigers recover a fumble in the end zone. Still 7-0 Ohatchee.
So from the 20 goes Randolph County. I tell you, Ohatchee a little bit mad. The Indians get him and push him back.
We may have a delay of game, not for sure, because the back judge threw a flag. It's either that or sideline warnings. Let's see what he's saying. Maybe sideline warnings.
Or nothing. Maybe he picked it up.
Yeah, he's giving him a sideline warning. Everything. The back judge is he's probably getting an earful from the Randolph County coaches, and we certainly know how that is.
We got a few coaches we cover that know how to do that.
Coach Tanner Glisson, the head coach of the Troop High Tigers, loves to negotiate, if you will, with the officiating crew. And it looks like Coach Prestridge with Randolph County gets his money's worth as well. That'll pick up a yard for the Tigers as they come up second, really 9.5.
Prestridge will go. Actually, no, this is not Prestridge this time. This time it's going to be Wortham, the quarterback. Going to sling it out there.
Oh!
He couldn't intercept. Almost intercepted. That's Jesse Sellers, number 2, stepped in from his cornerback position and almost had a pick six.
They had quads, if you will, set out to the right, spaced about 5 yards apart. Without even reading it, the quarterback turns and just slings it out. Well, the linebacker had moved out into the slot and stepped in. It was almost a gift, Jack, and he is going to forever remember that because he had a
in a state playoff game, I could have picked off one and taken it to the end zone.
From the 20-yard line. He's going to he's going to toss and turn all night tonight. So, but thankfully, the Tigers live to play another down. It'll be 3rd down and 9 for the Tigers.
7-0, 9:08 left to go. Actually, the clock has stopped. A timeout has been called because, once again, the play clock was down to about nothing. 30 seconds back to the station. Ohatchee leading 7-0 over Randolph County on Eagle Sports.
It's fall, and the ever-changing weather can make it hard to keep your home comfortable. Don't sweat it. Talk to the specialists at Bain Heating and Air Conditioning for help. Right now, they're offering up to a $1,600 rebate on a qualifying new Lennox system that can give you the control you need and the comfort you want. Call Bain Heating and Air Conditioning today at 1-800-894-3353. Alabama license number 12072.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WELR 102.3 FM, Roanoke, LaGrange.
Welcome back. All aboard the crazy train is what the folks on the far side are saying.
3rd and 9 from the Tigers as we come back from commercial break.
9:08 left to go in the first half. 7-0. Quads again on the far side for the quarterback. He's going to back up the pass straight back, like a screen. Wortham's going to have to get rid of the ball. He gets away from one guy. He's still finding his way, and he's going to fall down at the 7-yard line. Sling it down the field, big guy.
Well, it was set up as a screen. You know, they had man-to-man coverage on the quads, so it kind of opened up, and they didn't really sell the screen that well, and the Ohatchee Indians took off through the line of scrimmage, and it's like, whoa, somebody's fooling me here.
Yeah.
Well, not only did the screen not work well, but one of the Ohatchee players grabbed the quarterback and just would not let him go, and the offensive lineman tried to help him out, but
tried to push him away.
That just didn't work. So they'll punt. Prestridge is halfway into the end zone as he'll punt his second punt of the night.
Steps up, and it'll be whistle dead.
And now, if you notice, Jack, nobody's back for Ohatchee as the ball on a good punt rolls out down to the 45-yard line, but they'll back the Tigers up. Tigers have been plagued with penalties this first half of this ball game,
Yep.
Jack.
So motion in the line that time. They'll back him up.
As Prestridge now, his heels, he looks back. He's on the in line.
He does not need to step out.
So, a lot of nerves here. You've got a freshman center. I don't know if it's the same freshman long snapper, but Prestridge really needs to get a hold of one here.
Steps up. They're coming after it. He gets the kickoff.
Nice.
Really nice kick.
It kind of just dies there.
Now it takes a little bit of a Randolph County roll to the 45, and that's where Ohatchee will have it 1st and 10. 30 seconds back to the station with 8:04 left to go in the first half on Eagle Sports.
In our role as a true community bank, First State Bank is proud to support area football teams. From the players to coaches, and from cheerleaders to band members, we believe high school football is something very special and something that becomes part of the spirit of the community that we all share. First State Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender in Lineville, Wedowee, and Ashland. First State Bank.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WELR 102.3 FM, Roanoke, LaGrange.
Welcome back. Jesse Sellers, a student body right sweep going around the left side for Ohatchee, stopped by number 32, Seth Hanna, and also the front line of Randolph County, stretching that out very well, Greg, not really giving him a chance to turn up field.
He'll pick up 2, but it looks like the Ohatchee the tribe has found a weak spot on the right side of the Randolph County defenses. That's the second play in a row that they've tried to go outside.
7 men in the box. They put a man in motion. Eubanks going to run the ball up the middle of the field. Pounded once, and it's going to be brought down finally by number 30.
That time, 30 for Randolph County.
Ontario Hester.
Hester was not going to be denied. He said, not only I'm going to tackle, but I'm going to lock up finally, and that's what I'm talking about. So he'll pick up 2, but it'll be 3rd down and 5 for the Tribe.
So the Indians of Ohatchee will have the ball right at the 40-yard line.
Each team looks to have about 45 varsity football players, similar in size. Really a good matched-up contest here.
They're going to go tall sweep around the left side, cuts back to the middle, and a good run there. They'll get the ball all the way down to the 30-yard line. This time it's Austin Tucker, the ball carrier.
Tucker takes the sweep, and there's a flag on the play at the 39-yard line. It could be a block in the back or a clip because what happens is
they're backing him up.
Tucker was going outside. He plants, he comes back against the grain, and the Tigers had kind of a little over-pursued. Well, maybe he got such a nice gain because there was a block in the back.
Well, I got to tell you, from an offensive lineman standpoint, you know this, Greg, the thing you hate the most is when a back reverses his field.
Oh, yeah.
Because now the guy you've been pushing one way is turned and he's coming back at you.
That's true. So that'll bring it now from rather than a 3rd and 5, we're talking about a 3rd and 14 or 3rd and 4. 3rd and 14 for the Tribe from Ohatchee. The ball is resting on the Tigers' 49-yard line.
Eubanks looks.
Oh!
Fakes. There's a big block to the outside. Eubanks now throws it downfield. Short. I think that's incomplete.
Huge play as he had a little bubble screen out to the right, go over toward the Ohatchee sidelines. He does a little naked boot, turns toward the Randolph County sidelines, and then turns and looks. And, you know, one of the cornerbacks from Randolph County was sitting there just planted because it's certainly legal to do that, just absolutely planted the tailback. Well, Eubanks had nothing else to do but to run toward Randolph County side, throw the ball, incomplete. It'll be 4th down and 14. So, as I was saying earlier, before the tall sweep, on a 60-yard gain, this has really turned into a defensive struggle tonight for both teams, defensive battle for both teams.
Just like with Randolph County, Eubanks does the punting, so the quarterback doing it all for both teams. There's the kick, end over end.
Randolph County's got to get out of the way.
Going to lay up at about the 25 down to right at the 25, and that's where Randolph County will have it 1st and 10.
So good defensive stand by the Tigers.
Yep.
Yeah, they stopped it, kept him out of the end zone on a fumble, snatched the ball out of his hands, and now they bow their backs and keep the Tribe from moving further. Now the Tigers have a chance to put 6 on the board. They need a 6-minute drive. It's 6:05 until halftime. The Tribe from Ohatchee's leading this contest 7-0. They scored on their opening drive, Jack. And you Randolph County fans, if you're just joining us, if you're in and out of maybe an eating establishment, but they haven't scored since, and it's been a defensive battle since. The Tigers had a chance to score on their second previous possession, got inside the 10, just couldn't make it happen.
Pressure's back in at the quarterback. He's going to make a change at the line of scrimmage, and they're going to run out of time again.
That'll be their 3rd and final timeout of the first half, all on clock mismanagement.
We'll talk about this when we come back. Right now, 30 seconds back to the station. 7-0 in favor of Ohatchee on Eagle Sports.
Community, a community consisting of over 55 years of experience in senior services, a community with a nursing home rated as one of the best in 2014 in Alabama by U.S. News and World Report. The Inn at TRC, East Alabama and West Georgia's premier rehab center, offering rehabilitation care, post-hospital care, and transitional care. TRC's Williamsburg Manor 1 and 2, providing assisted living and memory care, and Williamsburg Garden Apartments, providing independent living. Visit Trailer Retirement Community today or call 334-863-3500. Trailer Retirement Community, a community of caring.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WELR 102.3 FM, Roanoke, LaGrange.
Welcome back to Randolph County football right here. The Tigers are going to hand the ball on the line to Lane. Lane's going to get the ball up to the original line of scrimmage after the penalty. And now here they come back. They got twins to the right side. Prestridge will stand in the shotgun set, look to his right, air it out there, and intercepted by Ohatchee. Threw it over the head of his intended receiver, and number 18 for Ohatchee, that's Kevin Williamson, steps in, a freshman, and makes the reception at the 40.
The pass was intended, I believe, for number 8. He had him wide open on an inside slant from his wideout position, just simply overthrew him. Would have been about a 14-yard gain because he would have kept running. It might have been longer than that. The free safety would have been the only one to try to tackle him. He overthrows him in the backside corner, picks it off, couldn't maintain his balance, and falls down on the 41-yard line of Randolph County. A lot of turnovers in this game.
Yep.
And, you get
fumbles and interceptions.
I know it's the first time we've seen them play, but I just get frustrated that the Tigers are moving the football and they just hurt themselves.
Eubanks fakes the pass, and he's going to run the ball up the field across the 40 down to about the 37.
He'll pick up 2 yards, maybe 2.5 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Tribe from Ohatchee as the ball moves inside the 40 of Randolph County down to the 37-yard line.
You know, Eubanks is a special athlete, Greg, as we watch him. He's in all facets of the game. He's the kicker, he's the middle linebacker, and he's the quarterback as well.
His hair looks good coming out from under his helmet.
It does.
Yeah.
Head and shoulders, the commercial right there.
Absolutely.
He'll step up again in the shotgun set. He'll hand the ball off. This time it'll be number 2 going around the outside. That's Sellers. Sellers is brought down as he gets across the 35 to the 34.
A lot of Tigers on the tackle there. He'll pick up another 3-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 4 as the ball moves inside the 35, just inside the 35 to the, let's call it the 34 and a half of Randolph County. Clock continues to move. 4:23 left until halftime. Ohatchee up 7-0, but there's been plenty of opportunity really for both teams, particularly your Randolph County Tigers.
Here comes Ohatchee. Tight splits, and they'll call a timeout going back to the far side. 7-0 is your score with 4:10 left to go in the first half of play. You're listening to Randolph County football right here on Eagle Sports.
Smile. It makes you feel better. Don't like your smile? Then you should see Dr. Michael Edwards in Wedowee for a comprehensive range of services for adults and children. Dr. Edwards offers services such as cosmetic dentistry, implants, veneers, bleaching, wisdom teeth, and all general dentistry. He's licensed for IV sedation, accepts insurance, and offers financing through Care Credit. Let Dr. Michael Edwards in Wedowee help your smile be everything you want it to be. For appointments, call 256-357-2882. Emergency Medical Transport is proud to be part of this community and to serve the people of Roanoke, Randolph County, and surrounding areas. Emergency Medical Transport, owned and operated by Matt Knight, have 6 ambulances in their transport fleet and 28 full and part-time EMTs, advanced EMTs, and paramedics to assure that if you need emergency services, they'll be there when you need them. When you or your loved one needs professional emergency medical services quickly, you can rely on EMT, Emergency Medical Transport, serving Roanoke and surrounding areas.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WELR 102.3 FM, Roanoke, LaGrange.
Oh, wow, what a big handoff to Austin Tucker. Tucker was hit at the line of scrimmage, but he just burst through the middle.
Right behind big number 55, their right guard just opens up a hole. It'll move the chains as the ball is inside the 25-yard line down to about the 23 as Ohatchee yet on another drive with 4 minutes left until halftime. They're on the move once again.
Eubanks takes it, fakes right, goes back left, jumping over people, diving over people, going all the way. Looks like a touchdown.
No.
He's just short. She was just short.
You're right. He's leapfrogging people. He's moving. He's carrying to Randolph County. The kid is phenomenal. You know, his problem is he's just not big enough.
Yep.
He'll go to that next level, but it probably will not be at a quarterback unless it's a small college. But this kid is a one-man wrecking crew between he and Tucker. And, of course, you've got a pretty good, stout offensive line that's opening up a couple of holes there for him. Ohatchee on another first down. Ball's on the 9-yard line, 1st and goal for the Tribe.
So here they go. They'll hand the ball off to the tailback, go around the left side. He's going to be short. That's going to be Sellers again. He'll be short.
Sellers tried it right. He had to reverse his field, go back to the left side. He's able to pick up about 3 yards down inside the 6, down to, right about the 6-yard line. So 2nd and goal to go from the 6. Clock continues to tick. 3 minutes to go until halftime. Ohatchee's threatening to score again to go up by 2 touchdowns here late in the second quarter.
Eubanks will hand the ball off. Wow, he's hit quick. This time it's Sellers, the ball carrier. Excuse me, Tucker. Tucker's hit quickly as soon as he gets the ball.
That right defensive line for the Tigers really manning up there and stop the Tucker kid as he goes across that right tackle and just can't get anywhere as the Tigers stop him to no gain. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 6-yard line as we're down to 2 minutes and 25 seconds left until halftime. Ohatchee Tigers are leading 7-0, looking to go up by 2 scores.
Eubanks fakes, rolls to his right, throws it. It's going to be incomplete, intended once again for Sellers.
Under a tremendous amount of pressure from the Tigers by number 77, your right defensive tackle, and number 30 for your Tigers. As they had Eubanks running back to the 30-yard line, throwing off his back foot, just absolutely couldn't put any mustard on it. And now it'll bring up 4th and 6, and it looks like Ohatchee is bringing in their field goal kicker, and he is going to place the tee down on the 15-yard line. 25-yard. Remember now, Eubanks is a holder, so expect
Snap,
anything.
Hold, kick is up. And that kick is good. 10-0 with 2:12 left to go in the first half of play. You're listening to Area High School Football right here on Eagle Sports.
You've heard it said, it's all about you. Well, Bank of Wedowie's new unique checking account is truly all about you. There's no monthly minimum balance service charge. You choose your rewards, either cash back on debit card purchases or higher interest on your balance. Plus, you enjoy ATM fee refunds. Qualifying is simple. Come by Bank of Wedowie today for complete details. Bank of Wedowie's unique checking puts money back in your pocket.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WELR 102.3 FM, Roanoke, LaGrange.
Welcome back. 2:12 left to go in the first half of play. 10-0 is your score in favor of Ohatchee, but some great defensive stops by Randolph County.
I'm just going to mention that last 2 possessions, one was a fumble, and the Tigers recovered in the end zone, and that one they just bowed up and stopped it.
Straight on kick again. Bounces out of the hands of the up back. He's at the 20, fights his way all the way to the 40. And a little stinger he got there right at the end of the play.
Number 32 for the Tigers really had an opportunity to go the distance. Last moment, one of the Ohatchee kids just dove at his legs from the outside, and he came down hard on his shoulder, and he got up, and you just see that left arm dragging, and now they're pulling him up. And
it still hurts though, boy.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's going to come off the sideline.
That might be out of socket there, Greg. That arm is hanging.
We had a kid back in our high school days, Tony Matheny. We had to about twice every game we expected our quarterback Twilly to pop him, put him back in, and he'd yell a little bit and he'd go, but he landed hard on his shoulder.
Yeah, it's still hurting him. A couple of quick scores here. Weaver and Piedmont, we mentioned them. 14-15 Weaver right now over Piedmont. Piedmont is the one that expected to Piedmont over Weaver. Piedmont at the top of this region. Prestridge back to pass. Got a man in his face. Looks, makes a dodge, and he's going to be sacked. But only a loss about 2, though, because he got close back to the line of scrimmage.
He had his wideout one right down the seam open, but he's under so much pressure that when he finally does see him, he really can't rear back to throw it to hit number 6 wide open. So he has to take the ball a sack as the clock runs at the play clock down 19-18 as he comes back over to the sidelines to catch a play from the head coach as well as his father, Prestridge. Looks like I say that. It could be the offensive coordinator, but minute 32 left, 9 seconds left on the play clock. Don't know if they're going to get this play off, Jack.
They break the huddle. 4 seconds, 3, 2, 1. They do snap it, and Pressure's going to run the option, pitches it out just the last minute to the 40, 45, brought down at the 46-yard line. Once again, the ball carrier is Trent Lane.
Trent Lane, nice job swapping hands with the football, putting it on the outside to keep those inside backers from putting a hat on it and causing them to fumble. As he weaves his way up for 5 yards, it'll be 3rd and 5 for the Tigers as the ball's on the 46-yard line. 59 seconds to go until halftime. Tigers could really use a quick 6 here. However they need to get it. They huddle up 15 yards back, a little bit too deep as the play clock's at 7 and ticking. Tigers are still trying to get lined up. They got an illegal substitution. They may call a flag on them.
Yeah, they're going to throw the flag as they had 12 men break the huddle.
Yep. Well,
they'll back them up 5.
Either that or they're going to lose it down anyways because they would have had to hurry up. So rather it be 4th down, Now it's it'll be third down and probably 11 as the ball is resting on the Randolph County Tigers 41-yard line. So they've got to go 59 yards to pay dirt.
Clock's ticking again, down to 33 seconds. Prestridge steps back, play clock at 12. A lot of people coming into after him. He's going to scramble around. Actually, it's not Prestridge this time. Instead, it's number 12, Wortham. Wortham's being run out of bounds at the 50. Clock will stop with 17 seconds.
He may be a foot short of the – let's see. Now they're going to spot him. Really, that's a bad spot, Jack.
Yeah, that was
you
not
and
a
I
good
are
stop.
sitting here.
I thought he crossed the 50.
I'm like you. I thought he crossed the 50. They're going to mark him out at the 49-yard line. It'll be fourth and really a long 1.5. They're going to call it 2, but –
well, I'll look at. You know, we'll say this from this. They're about 3 feet off of the end line there with the chain. So maybe that angle is what's throwing us off a little bit.
Could be. Play clock's down to 15 seconds and ticking. The game
they're
clock
still
is
in the huddle.
Yeah, they need to go. They got 10 seconds. They may not get this by. You hear some of the fans hollering, "Let's go, let's go!"
Because there's no more timeouts either.
And it's fourth down. Ohatchee maybe have done them a favor. They call a timeout.
They do. They call them a time. Okay, well, that's interesting. But just good sportsmanship, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's take 30 seconds back to the station. 10-0 in favor of Ohatchee here on Area Sports.
What if we told you that in 2 years or even less, you can be working in one of 8 high-demand technical fields, making great wages, buying new wheels, finding a home, vacationing, and providing a great future for your family? Now, what if we told you that you can get this training right here at Southern Union in day or evening classes? Call 334-745-6437, extension 5316 to find out more. Classes start soon, so call today. Career training pays off fast.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WELR 102.3 FM, Roanoke, LaGrange.
Welcome back to Area High School Football right here on WELR Eagle Sports. 17 seconds left to go in the first half of play. It's Ohatchee and Randolph County. Randolph County moving right to left. Their quarterback under center. He steps back, makes an adjustment. Now he's going to punt the ball away. High snap, steps up, just a quick kick. Bounce down at the 20 to the 10. Inside to the 4-yard line, and he'll lay up there. The clock will stop with 7 seconds, and that's all that Ohatchee will have to work for. And I see it was fourth down. Ohatchee thought they might have a chance to get the ball back there and take one more shot at the end zone.
I'm with you. I'm just looking at number 32 for the Tigers. He's still on the sidelines in a lot of pain.
Yeah, that's Seth Hannon. That's one of their big guys. He goes both ways.
He contributes, has been coming around of late on the offensive side of the game, but opposite side of the ball. But defensively, he's really somebody that they can ill afford to miss this second half. It looks like Ohatchee's in a tight formation. They're just going to take a knee and take it inside.
And that's exactly what they do. So 10-0 is your score after the end of the first half of play. 2 quarters in the books. And it's been a great ball game. As we're here in Ohatchee, Alabama, I hope you're enjoying this ball game tonight. We're going to take about 6 spots back to the station, 6 blocks back to the station as we try to catch up a few of those. We had some problems with our pregame and equipment and things, but we're ready to go as we continue our enjoyment of this contest between Randolph County and Ohatchee. We'll talk more about that, listen to some of the bands, and give you some of the local color here from the stadium. But right now you're listening to Area Football right here on Eagle Sports.
Trailer Retirement Community, a community consisting of over 55 years of experience in senior services. A community with a nursing home rated as one of the best in 2014 in Alabama by U.S. News and World Report. The Inn at TRC, East Alabama and West Georgia's premier rehab center, offering rehabilitation care, post-hospital care, and transitional care. TRC's Williamsburg Manor 1 and 2, providing assisted living and memory care. And Williamsburg Garden Apartments, providing independent living. Visit Trailer Retirement Community today or call 334-863-3500. Trailer Retirement Community, a community of caring.
Roanoke Ace Home Center, located Highway 431 Roanoke, is your one-stop shop for handymen and contractors. Manager Jason Pike and his professional staff will be glad to assist you. You'll find everything you need: plumbing supplies, electrical supplies, a complete line of wood and lumber, and visit their incredible paint department. For all your indoor and outdoor projects, Roanoke Ace Home Center has everything you need. Shop local, shop Roanoke Ace Home Center. They're open 6 days a week. Roanoke Case Home Center, Highway 431, Roanoke.
H&M Drug believes in convenience for their customers, and they have changed their hours to make it more convenient for you. The new hours are 8:30 to 6:30 Monday through Friday and 8:30 to 12 on Saturday. More convenient hours and faster service to save you time and money. Remember, their new hours are 8:30 to 6:30 Monday through Friday and 8:30 to 12 on Saturday. Call your prescription in by phone and use our drive-in window. H&M Drug, Highway 431 in Wedowee.
$200,000 and I bet them at $225. You get them at $225. You able to buy them at $225? I'm Ron Young with Southern Auction Solutions. The auction method is the best way to obtain top dollar quickly for your assets. Contact us today and let us turn your assets into cash. 23 Main Street, Wedowee, 256-357-9600. SouthernAuctionSolutions.com. SouthernAuctionSolutions.com. Also find us on Facebook. Sold them to you.
You've heard it said, it's all about you. Well, Bank of Wedowee's new unique checking account is truly all about you. There's no monthly minimum balance service charge. You choose your rewards, either cash back on debit card purchases or higher interest on your balance. Plus, you enjoy ATM fee refunds. Qualifying is simple. Come by Bank of Wedowee today for complete details. Bank of Wedowee's unique checking puts money back in your pocket.
What if we told you that in 2 years or even less, you can be working in one of 8 high-demand technical fields, making great wages, buying new wheels, finding a home, vacationing, and providing a great future for your family? Now, what if we told you that you can get this training right here at Southern Union in day or evening classes? Call 334-745-6437, extension 5316 to find out more. Classes start soon, so call today. Career training pays off fast.
Trailer Retirement Community, a community consisting of over 55 years of experience in senior services. A community with a nursing home rated as one of the best in 2014 in Alabama by U.S. News and World Report. The Inn at TRC, East Alabama and West Georgia's premier rehab center, offering rehabilitation care, post-hospital care, and transitional care. TRC's Williamsburg Manor 1 and 2, providing assisted living and memory care. And Williamsburg Garden Apartments, providing independent living. Visit Trailer Retirement Community today or call 334-863-3500. Trailer Retirement Community, a community of caring.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WELR 102.3 FM, Roanoke LaGrange.
Welcome back to Randolph County High School Football. We're here live from Ohatchee High School here in Ohatchee, the town of Ohatchee, Alabama, just north of Anniston. As the Randolph County Tigers are really in a tough defensive battle with the Ohatchee tribe, and Ohatchee's got a halftime lead of 10-0. I'm your host, Greg Hicks, along with play-by-play announcer Jack Mormon, and we're here tonight. We've been calling Georgia high school football for several years, and we're here tonight on the Eagle 102.3, and tonight we're calling high school football for you from the state of Alabama. And what a pleasant surprise it is to come over here and watch these Randolph County Tigers really go at it. I understand that they've played the Ohatchee team the second game of the season too, and they didn't come out on a winning end. They lost 34-6. But tonight in a hard-fought first half, Ohatchee's got sitting on a 10-0 lead right now. The Ohatchee scored on the opening drive and hadn't scored since until their last possession, and they kicked a field goal. And on the previous 2 possessions, Randolph County, your Tigers had kept them out of the end zone, one on a fumble recovery in the end zone for a touchback, and the next one just wouldn't let them get in. It was inside the 4-yard line, couldn't let them get in. They backed up and kicked a field goal. That's where we stand right now, 10-0 at halftime, as your Randolph County band entertains the home crowd at Ohatchee. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back. Let's take a 60-second spot back to the station. You're listening to Alabama High School Football on Eagle Sports.
Emergency Medical Transport is proud to be part of this community and to serve the people of Roanoke, Randolph County, and surrounding areas. Emergency Medical Transport, owned and operated by Matt Knight, have 6 ambulances in their transport fleet and 28 full and part-time EMTs, advanced EMTs, and paramedics to assure that if you need emergency services, they'll be there when you need them. When you or your loved one needs professional emergency medical services quickly, you can rely on EMT, Emergency Medical Transport, serving Roanoke and surrounding areas.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WELR 102.3 FM, Roanoke, LaGrange.
Welcome back to Randolph County Tiger football. We're here live at the Ohatchee High School in Ohatchee, Alabama. You know, I want to share a story as Thomas and Jack Mormon and myself, Greg Hicks, came across entering the Ohatchee High School. Good folks up here, really, really nice. Kind of told us where to go, come through the pass gate. Well, we kind of cut through the yard here of a brick home that's literally on the high school campus. We need to ask if that belongs to someone at the school or if that's a private citizen, one of those that just says, look, you can build your stadium in my front yard, but I'm absolutely not going to move. But their front door comes out on the 10-yard line. I'm telling you, what a sight to behold. We walked through their front yard, and we thought that, wow, surely this has got to be the head coach's house. It could be a private citizen. But that's kind of neat. You guys Google the earth and see here what I'm talking about. Something we've never really seen before. What a tremendous crowd here tonight. We're listening to the halftime bands, but we're going to take another break while the Ohatchee Tribe is leading your Randolph County Tigers 10-0 here on Alabama High School Playoffs on Eagle Sports. We'll be right back.
Roanoke Ace Home Center, located Highway 431 Roanoke, is your one-stop shop for handymen and contractors. Manager Jason Pike and his professional staff will be glad to assist you. You'll find everything you need: plumbing supplies, electrical supplies, a complete line of wood and lumber, and visit their incredible paint department. For all your indoor and outdoor projects, Roanoke Ace Home Center has everything you need. Shop local, shop Roanoke Ace Home Center. They're open 6 days a week. Roanoke Ace Home Center, Highway 431, Roanoke.
You've heard it said, it's all about you. Well, Bank of Wedowie's new unique checking account is truly all about you. There's no monthly minimum balance service charge. You choose your rewards, either cash back on debit card purchases or higher interest on your balance. Plus, you enjoy ATM fee refunds. Qualifying is simple. Come by Bank of Wedowie today for complete details. Bank of Wedowie's unique checking puts money back in your pocket.
When it comes to you and your family's health, you want the best care possible. Emerging Home Care, now known as EHC Pharmacy, your locally owned Health Mart pharmacy, is here to help. The caring and knowledgeable staff at EHC takes the time to get to know their patients, understand their needs, and help them on a path to better health. They truly want to be a trusted healthcare resource for you and your family. Stop in and see why so many people choose EHC Pharmacy. EHC in the 3D Shopping Center in Roanoke, caring for you and about you. That's Health Mart and EHC.
Is a proud supporter of Area High School football. Visit Rodney, Benji, Nick, and Goober for a great selection. They have food for all your animals, and they're offering a great special on delivery of bulk feed. With the current hay shortage, they're taking orders on nice, clean peanut hay. You'll enjoy shopping and doing business with my friends at the Rack and Spur, located on Highway 431 on the Randolph-Chambers County line. Open 6 days a week. Phone 334-863-7771.
If you'd like to witness the spirit of a community, just visit a local high school game on an autumn Friday night. That spirit drives us to support the young men and women who are players or band members that make high school football something special. At First State Bank, we know a thing or two about community spirit because it sits at the very foundation of all that we do. First State Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender in Lineville, Wedowee, and Ashland.
$200,000 and I bet them at $225. You get them at $225. You able to buy them at $225.
I'm Ron Young with Southern Auction Solutions. The auction method is the best way to obtain top dollar quickly for your assets. Contact us today and let us turn your assets into cash. 23 Main Street, Wedowee, 256-357-9600. SouthernAuctionSolutions.com, SouthernAuctionSolutions.com. Also find us on Facebook. Sold them to you.
You've heard it said, it's all about you. Well, Bank of Wedowie's new unique checking account is truly all about you. There's no monthly minimum balance service charge. You choose your rewards, either cash back on debit card purchases or higher interest on your balance. Plus, you enjoy ATM fee refunds. Qualifying is simple. Come by Bank of Wedowee today for complete details. Bank of Wedowie's unique checking puts money back in your pocket.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WELR 102.3 FM, Roanoke LaGrange.
Welcome back to high school football. Area high school football as Randolph County is taking on Ohatchee here in Ohatchee. Calhoun County, 10-0 is your score in favor of Ohatchee right now. And I tell you what, Greg, this has been an excellent ball game, a fast first half. Only about 30 minutes in the first half as we got through that one. A lot of ground game. Now I say that, but Ohatchee really started the ball game off with 2 big passes that got them all the way down inside the 10 for their first score. I think only about a 6-play drive that they started the ball game off with, and they've been very impressive. But I tell you what, I'm so proud of this Randolph County team, the way their defense has been very opportunistic, a couple of interceptions, a fumble, and they've been able to do some things to keep Ohatchee from actually putting a couple of touchdowns they almost had.
You're right. I was just talking about earlier in the break, or earlier before we went to break, that, the last 2 possessions, Randolph County, your Tigers kept the Ohatchee Tribe out of the end zone. One, the quarterback, and it's named Eubanks, was really like he's done the whole first half. He really keeps his legs pumping. He's twisting, turning, he's fighting for every yard as he was doing. And in doing so, the Tigers tried to tackle him, and he fumbled into the end zone. Tigers recovered to keep the Tribe from scoring. And on the next possession, Ohatchee's moving inside the 10, could not score. Tigers bend but do not break mentality, stood up to the test, didn't let them in the end zone, but they kicked a 25-yard field goal, and that's where we stand now, 10-0. But, Randolph County's had their opportunities now.
They've been in the red zone a couple of times as well.
They have been down there, just couldn't put it in the end zone, went for it 4th down, and I think 4th and 4 inside the 8-yard line, couldn't make it happen. The Ohatchee took over on the 4-yard line for to keep the Tigers out of the end zone. But, there's been plenty of opportunities, too, where the Tigers have had an opportunity to pass, and they roll out, and they're under a lot of pressure. But they've had guys open downfield, but the quarterback just can't see them, whether it be Prestridge or I think the other one, Wortham comes in. Just couldn't see them because of the pressure put on the defensive line.
About 4 sacks already in this contest in the first half. Yeah. We've thrown the ball off our back foot and thrown over our receivers. They picked off 2 against us so far in this first half. Just a very impressive. Hold on one second. The folks back at the station are texting me where we are in our spot sets, and I misspelled a word and they're making fun of me. So let's take a look at a couple quick scores. Weaver and Piedmont, they're over at Piedmont right now. 23-14 is the score there. Piedmont on top of Weaver. Randolph County, as we mentioned, right now trailing Ohatchee. We'll try to get some more scores. A couple of Georgia scores you got there too, Greg.
I do. Right now, some of local interest just across the Chattahoochee River there in Troup County. The Callaway Cavaliers came into the game. They're number 1 seed, and Brooks County from South Georgia had to travel 3.5 hours north, and right now they're taking a 14-0 lead into halftime for you guys listening in the local audience as you're moving in and out. And of course, Northgate High School up in Coweta County, just a neighboring county, had to drive their 3.5 hours down to Valdosta, and they're now taking it on the chin. They're behind 14-0 to the Valdosta Wildcats. So tough. Manchester, over in Manchester, Georgia, they're right now up on their opponent 19-7 in the second quarter. So a lot of high school football going on. Alabama's always been a week ahead of the state of Georgia in their high school contest. Georgia tends to take an open week. Alabama, unless they've done it recently, tends to just play straight through. And so they start their season and finish their season a week in front of the guys across the Chattahoochee, if you will. And so we're into the 3rd week of playoff here in Alabama high school, only the 2nd week across the
Georgia.
river.
Yep.
So when you get through watching Alabama high school state championships, which I understand, Jack, they're going to convene at Jordan-Hare Stadium this year.
That's right.
They tend to
flip back and forth between Tuscaloosa.
Yep. I think that's kind of neat the way Alabama does that. It keeps it it lets you see both major universities in the state of Alabama. And if the neat thing about being in the dome at the Georgia Dome for the state championship, you don't have to worry about inclement weather.
No, play all day.
But then again, football's part of the inclements of the weather. Whether it's raining and snowing and
or sleet at night.
Yeah, just get out there and do it. And I kind of like that. I wish Georgia might consider moving from Georgia Tech to Georgia, from Atlanta to Athens, back and forth. That'd be kind of neat.
Tell you what, let's take another break. Back to the station as they're going to catch us up on a few more spots. Right now, as we mentioned, it's 10-0 in favor of Ohatchee against Randolph County on area high school football on Eagle Sports.
When it comes to you and your family's health, you want the best care possible. Emerging Home Care, now known as EHC Pharmacy, your locally owned Health Mart pharmacy, is here to help. The caring and knowledgeable staff at EHC takes the time to get to know their patients, understand their needs, and help them on a path to better health. They truly want to be a trusted healthcare resource for you and your family. Stop in and see why so many people choose EHC Pharmacy. EHC in the 3D Shopping Center in Roanoke, caring for you and about you. That's Health Mart. And EHC's drive-thru is now open.
Let's take a second and picture our dream home. The fence along the drive, the siding, the windows, a 2-car garage you pull into, the porch you walk up on, and now we're inside. Look at those beautiful floors and that fireplace. That's pretty easy, right? Well, just as we built a home in our mind, Russell Do-It Center can bring that dream to life from A to Z. Russell Do-It Center offers full contractor service. They can read those house plans and everything in between to get you in the home you've dreamed of. Call Larry Driver today at 334-863-5330. That's 863-5330. And let Russell Do-It Center do it for you.
Smile. It makes you feel better. Don't like your smile? Then you should see Dr. Michael Edwards in Wedowee for a comprehensive range of services for adults and children. Dr. Edwards offers services such as cosmetic dentistry, implants, veneers, bleaching, wisdom teeth, and all general dentistry. He's licensed for IV sedation, accepts insurance, and offers financing through Care Credit. Let Dr. Michael Edwards in Wedowee help your smile be everything you want it to be. For appointments, call 256-357-2882.
Trailer Retirement Community, a community consisting of over 55 years of experience in senior services. A community with a nursing home rated as one of the best in 2014 in Alabama by U.S. News and World Report. The Inn at TRC, East Alabama and West Georgia's premier rehab center, offering rehabilitation care, post-hospital care, and transitional care. TRC's Williamsburg Manor 1 and 2, providing assisted living and memory care. And Williamsburg Garden Apartments, providing independent living. Visit Trailer Retirement Community today or call 334-863-3500. Trailer Retirement Community, a community of caring.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WELR 102.3 FM, Roanoke LaGrange.
Welcome back to high school football. We're here in Ohatchee, Alabama. A couple of other scores for you from around the area. Cartersville, they're leading Burke County by a score of 35-0. Cairo, the syrup makers down in Cairo, Georgia, taking on Sandy Creek. Sandy Creek trailing that one 10-0.
Little scores on the Alabama side of local interest between Chambers and Randolph County. Lafayette tied up at halftime with Fife, 20-20. They had to go down to Fife. And Lynette, I just saw the Lynette score. Tanner at Lynette, 27-14. Lynette over Tanner. If Lynette wins and somehow Lafayette can win, Lynette and Lafayette will meet next week in the semis. So kind of neat right there down in the valley.
Here's Hoover and Gadsden City. They're tied up right now going into halftime. Both of those teams together. Back over to Georgia, Bremen and Pierce County. Pierce County leading that one 28-20. You mentioned Lafayette Fife. I've got Fife at 23-20. Is that what you had a second ago?
No, I have it at 20-20. So Fife's done kick the field goal.
The field goal, right?
All right. I'm showing Weaver at Piedmont. Piedmont 23-14 over Weaver right now.
So don't you just love the internet? We're getting all these great scores here from all these different areas, but it's a great night. You know, Greg, you and I get a chance to do a lot of football. We begin in early August, earlier and earlier every year it seems, and we are here in November. That's what's really exciting. We were talking with our friend Thomas, who is our producer here at the station, and he was asking about, what about Thanksgiving week? Do they get ready? Hey, you want to be playing at Thanksgiving. That's one of your big goals for the season. And, one of these two teams will be doing that next week. They'll be having practices. And a lot of schools will be out of school, but they'll be having practices during the day. They'll get a chance to eat with their families, and they'll come do walkthroughs the afternoon of Thanksgiving more than likely.
When you think about high school football, the ones that each week you go through a process of elimination, and the best teams continue to stand, and the teams that decide to give it up, they go into basketball season or they go into wrestling season. Mm-hmm. And those are the two things that you've got in high school wrestling. I know my junior son over at Troup County High School wrestles, and never thought I'd love it as a parent. I played basketball and football in high school and absolutely loved it. But, man, wrestling, I absolutely love it. And I would encourage all you football players, if you're out there listening, if your high school has a wrestling program, get involved. I promise you. Even if you don't get involved to make the varsity, get involved to get better because it'll make you a better football player.
And what it does for the core strength is pretty impressive. We're going to go back to the station. Again, it's 10-0 in favor of Ohatchee right now. We're going to take two different spot breaks. The next two spot breaks, guys, back at the station as we try to catch up a little bit, and we'll bring you more high school football right here on Eagle Sports.
Roanoke Ace Home Center, located Highway 431 Roanoke, is your one-stop shop for handymen and contractors. Manager Jason Pike and his professional staff will be glad to assist you. You'll find everything you need: plumbing supplies, electrical supplies, a complete line of wood and lumber, and visit their incredible paint department. For all your indoor and outdoor projects, Roanoke Ace Home Center has everything you need. Shop local, shop Roanoke Ace Home Center. They're open 6 days a week. Roanoke Ace Home Center, Highway 431, Roanoke.
When it comes to you and your family's health, you want the best care possible. Emerging Home Care, now known as EHC Pharmacy, your locally owned Health Mart pharmacy, is here to help. The caring and knowledgeable staff at EHC takes the time to get to know their patients, understand their needs, and help them on a path to better health. They truly want to be a trusted healthcare resource for you and your family. Stop in and see why so many people choose EHC Pharmacy. EHC in a 3D shopping center in Roanoke, caring for you and about you. That's Health Mart. And EHC's drive-thru is now open.
We got a Jacks and football kind of romance, baby, that's you and me. We got a Jacks and football kind of romance, screaming cheers and sipping iced tea. So if you love some football and awesome Jacks food, find a person who likes the same thing.
Stop in today and order up some hand-breaded chicken fingers at Jack's, all about the South.
And have a Jacks and football kind.
You've heard it said, it's all about you. Well, Bank of Wedowie's new unique checking account is truly all about you. There's no monthly minimum balance service charge. You choose your rewards, either cash back on debit card purchases or higher interest on your balance. Plus, you enjoy ATM fee refunds. Qualifying is simple. Come by Bank of Wedowie today for complete details. Bank of Wedowie's unique checking puts money back in your pocket.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WELR 102.3 FM, Roanoke LaGrange.
Welcome back to high school football, area high school football, Randolph County and Ohatchee in the Alabama High School Playoffs is what you're listening to right now, and we're ready to kick it off. It's going to be a straight-on kick by Ohatchee going left to right. Randolph County's going to get down on it at the 30-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and 10. Randolph County did win the toss. They opted to turn things over and defer to the second half, so they will have the ball 1st and 10 from the 30.
Good play, really, by Randolph County, Jack, as they are able to get down the football on the 25-yard line. The 30-yard line. So, that's really, had it gone in the end zone, they picked up 10 yards. So, good job as the Randolph County.
I'm Ron Young, Southern Auction Solutions.
We'll just keep it here. For those that are streaming with us, we'll keep on calling this ball game. Pressers goes under center, turns around, hands the ball off to Lane. Lane wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. Turns his feet, but not quite enough. That'll be number 18 for Ohatchee. Kevin Williamson, we've called his name several times. He's leading tacklers.
Off the left side of the ball, a lot of teams are strong right. Randolph County tonight on the start of the second half decides they'll go off the left side and they'll lose a yard, really a half a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11, or call it 10 and a half for the Tigers.
Randolph County taking their time once again. Play clock down to 10 seconds. They're just now getting out wide outs to the left and right, checking their wrists. 5, 4, 3. Got to snap it. They do. Pressure's way back. Rolls out. Got a few guys chasing him. Looking downfield. He's going to run it upfield at the 30. Nice open field tackle by the folks from Ohatchee. That's number 3. We called his name several times. Austin
right.
Tucker on the offensive side.
A lot of these smaller high schools, Jack, as we've seen, they'll take a lot of the kids that go both ways. And, the tailbacks and the fullbacks and the wideouts. You put your best 11 athletes on the field, and that's what we get with both these teams, both the Tribe from Ohatchee and the Tigers from Randolph County.
Now, I've made that mistake. I was looking at the board. They are the Indians. Now, Roll Tribe is what they say, but
That's
they
right.
are the Indians.
They're the
I've
Indians,
gotten
yeah.
that wrong. I was corrected by somebody outside a minute ago. Preston's going to roll out, and he's going to be sacked back at about the 25-yard line. Ball comes loose.
The referee is pulling it. He's going to call it fourth down.
Yep.
Back on the 27. The 27-yard line, as that's where Prestridge was under pressure by number 3 Tucker. Once more, we call his name. These guys are just all over the field, man. Between him and Eubanks, they're making a lot of plays for the Indians from Ohatchee.
So Chase Widgeon will go back deep. He'll stand at the 40-yard line, and it'll be Prestridge doing the kicking for Randolph County. He'll stand down about the 15-yard line. Calls for it, takes the snap, steps up, gets the kickoff. A pretty good kick, taken right at the 40. Up to the 45. Got a clip. They'll bring that back. He's still on his feet to the 45 across the 50. But there are a couple of flags out there. That was a pretty obvious one.
Well, it just as soon as the kid from Randolph County, he's limping there. He got clipped in the back, and he's sore. He's limping on his way back. Number 6, I believe, maybe, can you check that number? Number 7 for the Tigers was about to make the tackle, and it was so obvious that Ohatchee blocked him square in the back, and 2 flags immediately came out. So that'll take the ball even further back. So rather than being out at the 45-yard line of the Tigers, they'll back them up inside the 35-yard line to the 34, is where the Indians will take over this time.
So here comes Ohatchee. Tight splits for them. They don't spread the ball out very wide at all.
Well, it gives them a chance to – they've got a lot of speed. It gives them a chance also to get on the corners when they pull those tight splits like that.
Eubanks fakes to the outside, runs to the inside, and finds room across the middle. He could go all the way on this first down. 30, 25, 10, 5, touchdown, shocking everyone. Just a little quarterback draw. He stepped to his right as if he was running the option, cut back inside, and it was nothing but daylight all the way down the field.
It was really just almost like a quarterback trap, if you will. But, you're right. He stepped to the right as if he was going to option it, planted, turned hard up the middle, wide open. The coaches have seen something in the first half, that a sweet spot in the middle of that defensive line, and he took it 72 yards, or actually 71 yards to pay dirt. And when he got out front, Jack, he started putting distance between the cornerback, the free safety of Randolph and him, and that'll result in a touchdown. So they'll go up 17-0 as we're really just getting started.
A one-play drive with 9:27 left to go in the third quarter play. You're listening to Area High School Football on Eagle Sports.
Your smile? Then you should see Dr. Michael Edwards in Wedowee for a comprehensive range of services for adults and children. Dr. Edwards offers services such as cosmetic dentistry, implant, veneers, bleaching, wisdom teeth, and all general dentistry. He's licensed for IV sedation, accepts insurance, and offers financing through Care Credit. Let Dr. Michael Edwards in Wedowee help your smile be everything you want it to be. For appointments, call 256-357-2882.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WELR 102.3 FM, Roanoke LaGrange.
Welcome back. Ohatchee will kick the ball off again. Randolph County will take it up from the 20. Still on their feet to the 30, and that's where we'll have it, 1st and 10.
So once again, let's see, the Tigers, number 6, I believe, takes the.
That's Dante Freeman.
He will take the kickoff return and move it up to the 30-yard line, so they're back where they were earlier. Let's see if they can make some positive. They were 3 and out the last time. Let's see if they can actually sustain a drive. If you just joined us, or if you've been in and out, Ohatchee, first play from the start to second half possession, they go 71 yards right up the middle for a touchdown, 17-0. The Indians over the Tigers.
Prestridge will hand the ball off to Lane. Lane will get across the line of scrimmage, about 4 yards up the field. Brings up 2nd and 6.
They're gonna looks like they're gonna spot him at the 33, so it'll be 2nd and 7. As the Tigers come in with a new play, Prestridge, he's getting a lot of good work out. He goes both ways, and he also runs to the sidelines between every play, and so they're down to 15 seconds on the play clock, and see now he's going to be a wide out, so they're going to have a new quarterback from the Wildcat set up.
It'll be Wortham coming back in he'll run it to the outside, hand the ball off to Lane. Lane will get to the corner, turn upfield, hit hard at the 40-yard line, and fold it up. He'll be just short of the first down, it looks like.
But depending on where they spot it, No, they're moving the chains.
Oh, that is a first down then. Okay.
He absolutely lowered his head and ran over Ohatchee defensive player. So it is when I say a first down, it is first down by the nose of the football.
Just by the hair of my chin.
But they moved the chains and we were talking about it commercial break. We just want to see the Tigers score. I mean,
they've got the opportunity. They've had several opportunities. They've got the skill. Just got to put it all together. Pressures comes back into the quarterback. Play clock down to 4. High snap. We're going to be off sides. They'll back us up 5.
Well, and when you get in a hurry and they're huddling, I've caught them several times huddling 12 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And they're also waiting for pressures to come from the sideline. That's 5 seconds just running from the sideline and back.
And then they turn around and they have to run. They have to sprint to the line of scrimmage. They barely get set. They break up, and then you get an illegal motion. And see, the clock's already started running, which it should be 18, 17. Tigers they must have installed a ton of new plays this week because everybody is wearing wristbands. Wide spreads on the offensive line.
Actually, both sides are. Pressures will take it. Quickly throws a little out pattern, and they'll hit us at the 35. Lose it. We're going to be right back to the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 2nd down and 14.
So Prestridge from his shotgun position takes the snap, one-step drop, turns and just fires it out to the right side wide receiver, and he tries to juke a guy, and he didn't really do anything. Got back to the line of scrimmage maybe, and he gets hit hard and tackled. Ohatchee's playing good defense, fans. I just, call it what it is. Right now they're leading the Tigers 17-0 as the Tigers come back up to the line of scrimmage.
Pressures will take it, throw across the middle. That's where we've seen a couple of interceptions. A little bit of a high pass. Good coverage again on the part of Ohatchee.
But his slot back was in the seam, and he actually hit his hands. I would love to say that he should have caught that football. Wished he had if he had caught it, he would have had to get out to the 50. He caught it. He would have caught it on about the 46 and would have got his first down, if not more. Just their passing game just isn't that crisp. And this is a team that only passes the ball 7 or 8 times a game on average.
But the running game has been stalled, so they've got to try something. Pressure will take it back to pass again. Back, looking, throws it. Kind of telegraph the pass. It'll fall. That's incomplete. Pass was intended for number 5, Lucas Bell. Bell had it for just a second, but lost it. And didn't really have enough position. Didn't make a football move, if you will.
No.
And so that falls incomplete.
He threw it back across the grain. Really an ill-advised pass. It could have been.
Telegraphed. Should have been picked off.
Yeah, should have been picked off. If not for the fact that the wideout was already one of the tallest kids on the field, he had to jump to go get it, which is really the only saving grace of that one, that wasn't a pick 6.
And when we from up here kind of look and see where he's telegraphing that pass to go, I mean, those guys on the field are definitely seeing it too. Pressures will call for it. He'll step up to kick the ball. His best kick tonight, end over end, hits at the 25. I tell you what, though, his golf game, he's making it stick. He's not getting the forward roll that he wants off those punts.
Bless his heart, he's not getting any roll. That ball will stick on they're going to spot it on the 21-yard line, and that's where Ohatchee will take over.
It's again, we've watched turf fields all season long, and those balls will travel on a turf field. This field is kind of dead, being a grass field. Also, lack of rain. Pow, when it hits, it's just dead.
It makes a lot of sense with that when you think about strategy, kicking game strategy, when you're playing on a turf field versus a grass field. The ball just takes better bounces that we've noticed on the turf grass.
Man in motion, Eubanks going to hand the ball off to his tailback. Number 2, he's going to be brought down. Sellers.
They'll pick up maybe a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9 for the Indians from Ohatchee. There's still a big crowd here. Had great halftime performances by both bands. They both sounded really good. There's still a packed house on both sides of the field.
Oh, yeah. Hand off to the tailback in the backfield, and he gets free up the field. Hit again, still free, gets across the 30 to the 31-yard line. That should be a first down.
You just got to like the way Tucker and Eubanks runs the football. Got a heavy offensive lineman, number 63, slow to get up for the Indians of Ohatchee, but he's got his breath back, and he walked into the line of scrimmage. One of the biggest kids on the Ohatchee team for sure.
Well, more than likely, he's going both ways too, so a lot of these guys are having to do that in this contest. Clock ticks down to 6:11. 17-0 your score in favor of Ohatchee. Eubanks will go from the shotgun set, checks his wrist, takes the snap, hands the ball off to number 2, Sellers. Sellers gets around the left side. He'll pick up 5, 2nd and 5.
The clock ticking here in the third quarter, 5:50 as we're halfway through the third quarter. Ohatchee Indians leading the Randolph County Tigers 17-0 in this, the third round of the Alabama High School State playoffs.
Not a really good spot for them. Ball actually rests at the 35, so it's going to be 2nd and about 6. Eubanks from the shotgun set takes it, turns, makes the handoff on the line, and Randolph County all over that. Great job by the young men to get him maybe even a loss of a yard on the play.
I believe they're going to take the down marker and move him back a yard. The ball was spotted on the 34. Actually, they're going to call it no gain as the side judge looks back and says, leave the marker right where it is. It'll be 3rd down for the Indians and a good 7 yards. They're going to get out to the 41-yard line for a first down. This is big for the Tigers here. They've got to hold them to get the punting game for Ohatchee is really not that good, but they've struggled with 3rd down and long here defensively. You got to assume that Eubanks or Tucker is going to have it in their hands.
Put a man in motion. Eubanks going to keep it himself. Comes up the middle. He's going to be short of the first down. He gets to about the 37, and that'll be it. So more than likely they'll punt the ball away here.
Well, you would hope so, but and Eubanks is the
quarterback and punter.
And the way they're moving the football, just then he picked up 5-6 yards and his 4th down and call it 4 or really a long 3. They're going to go for it, Jack.
Yes, they are.
So big play here for the Tigers.
Randolph County fans standing up. They try to draw him off with a quick count.
And he may back up into a punter, call timeout. That's what he's going to do.
They have to call timeout. So they take a timeout. We take one as well. 4:07 left in the third. 17-0 in favor of Ohatchee right here on Eagle Sports.
Believes in convenience for their customers, and they have changed their hours to make it more convenient for you. The new hours are 8:30 to 6:30 Monday through Friday and 8:30 to 12 on Saturday. More convenient hours and faster service to save you time and money. Remember, their new hours are 8:30 to 6:30 Monday through Friday and 8:30 to 12 on Saturday. Call your prescription in by phone and use our drive-in window. H&M Drug, Highway 431 in Wedowee.
Welcome back to area high school football right here on Eagle Sports. 17-0 in favor of Ohatchee. 4:07 left to go in the third quarter of play. Right now, Randolph County on their heels a little bit here. 4th down, and we'll see what Ohatchee decides to do. They tried to draw them off a moment ago. Let's see if they go for it this time.
Just didn't work, did it?
Nope. And they're going to line up in a punting formation. But as Greg mentioned a moment ago, the quarterback, Eubanks, is also the punter. High snap, way high snap, goes over his head. Rolls around, picks it up, quick kicks it, gets back to the line of scrimmage, takes a Ohatchee bounce across the 50 to the 45. And bless Randolph's heart, they can't win for losing. We should have had the ball back around the 20 if we could have engaged it. Instead, he gets off a halfway decent punt across the 50 to the 45.
He kicks the ball really as he's moving. He kicks the ball, probably leaves his foot about the 20, and it's an end over end over end, and it winds up getting a significant roll, like you said, down to the 46-yard line of Randolph County. So, but the Tigers, with 3 minutes and 56 seconds remaining in the third quarter of play, down 17 points. So they're 3 scores away, and they've been able to move the ball, at least in the first half, but this is their third possession of the second half, and they just unable to generate any kind of offense.
And there's once more Ohatchee jumping all over Lane as he's the ball carrier. He gets to the 45, across to the 46-yard line, 2nd and 9.
You can hear the fans hollering block line, and, they're not giving up, but they're seeing the same thing we're seeing. Looks like starting to be a tired Randolph County time. And a line, you see the big left tackle. He had a white uniform on when he started the ball game. It's
kind of a brownish gray now.
It's brownish gray, and you can tell the play. And see, we're down to 8 seconds, and they're still thinking about what they're going to run.
This has really been the Achilles heel of this team,
Yeah.
Greg. They're going to have to call another timeout. We'll go and take it with them. 17-0 in favor of Ohatchee. Let's take 60 seconds back to the station on Eagle Sports.
Emergency Medical Transport is proud to be part of this community and to serve the people of Roanoke, Randolph County, and surrounding areas. Emergency Medical Transport, owned and operated by Met-Knight, have 6 ambulances in their transport fleet and 28 full and part-time EMTs, advanced EMTs, and paramedics to assure that if you need emergency services, they'll be there when you need them. When you or your loved one needs professional emergency medical services quickly, you can rely on EMT, Emergency Medical Transport, serving Roanoke and surrounding areas.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WELR 102.3 FM, Roanoke, LaGrange.
Welcome back to Eagle Sports. 17-0 in favor of Ohatchee over Randolph County. 3:18 left to go in the third quarter of play.
You know, we were just talking at break. Jack and I were, what do you do now? You're down 17. You got a quarter and a half. You've been unable to move the ball the last couple of possessions of the second quarter, and now you're struggling to move the ball in the third quarter.
Prestridge with a draw, hands the ball to Lane. Lane juggles it a little bit. He'll get across the 45 to the 46.
You just got to have something positive to happen. It'll be 3rd down and 9 for the Tigers, and so far it looks like they've just shot themselves in the foot, and they're really struggling to get any kind of consistency moving there on offense. And a lot of play calling. Looks like the kids are a lot of new plays installed at this time of the year. Your offense should be clicking right now. You should, especially when you play this team already one time. You've got to know. So you're down to 6 seconds. It's going to be tough to get this play off.
Pressures calls for it. Backs up. Goes all the way down the field. Overthrows his receiver by about 2 steps.
Had him wide open.
His shoulder. Oh, bless his heart. He hit that shoulder again.
Had him wide open. Down, it was really on a post pattern. He had gotten behind the free safety, and had it been on the money, and this is a perfect example of a team that when you have to throw the football and you try to throw long, you're just not used to throwing the football. Yeah. And there's I know over across the line, our old school, Troup County, used to be 3 yards in a cloud of dust, and new coach Tanner Glisson, second-year head coach, is kind of opening up a little bit. He's mixing up a lot of runs with pass, and our quarterback over there broke the passing record. So that tells you that he's passing the ball more, and we're able to actually put some points on the board this year.
Pressure's his best kick of the night.
Punt.
High spiral. Bounce down. If they stop it, nope, it rolls in the end zone. They'll bring it out to 20. And that's unfortunate, but it was his best punt of the night as far as up in the air. It looked really good.
Absolutely. High hanger, and it was a nice spiral. Hit it about the 12, and the Ohatchee kid backed out of the way, and it just booted right on into the end zone. So, tough break. Again, you talk about just can't catch a break, can these Tigers from Wedowee. But we certainly pulling for them, and hopefully with 2 minutes and 23 seconds left in the third quarter play, Tigers down to the Indians 17-0. Got to tighten it up. Go 3 and out maybe.
Quarterback going to fake the handoff, going to keep it, get across the 25 to the 26-yard line.
He'll pick up 6 off left guard and tackle, where he just fakes it on a little jet sweep, decides to take it himself, read option. And I wonder how much reading he's doing, or just simply a lot of going. I think he kind of knows what he's doing.
He's just a go man.
Yeah, and he's been going. As Callaway, local over Troup County, Callaway Cavaliers on top of the Brooks County out of South Georgia, 21-14. So good job, Callaway. We've called a
handoff in the line, and not a lot there.
Good job on the defense. We asked for 3 and out. Right now it's 3rd down and really 4 for the Indians. As ball rests on the 26-yard line, they've got to get out to the 30. Which they started the possession on the 20 as the punt from Prestridge had gone into the end zone. Key 3rd down for the Tigers. They held the Indians on the last possession. We had that weird, snap was over the punter's head, and kind of need to hold them again.
Go back up to pass. Eubanks throws it out here to Sellers. Sellers will get just enough. Actually, no, he's going to lose it.
He actually –
I thought he had it.
Well, one could argue that could be a completed pass and a fumble out of bounds because he had turned and taken a step, but he just ruled not to have control of the football, and he catches it. Good play, really. Good call by the Ohatchee Indian staff in that Eubanks rolls out and throws it out to the flat to a just kind of a little lazy tailback out here. And he turns, and when he turns, he throws the ball out of bounds and out of his hand. So that's 4th down. Good job by the Tigers in holding him. So Eubanks will back up. He'll be on his 13-yard line and take the snap.
Takes the snap, steps up, gets the kickoff.
Terrible
Short
punt.
Kick. Very short.
Finally gets a break from Randolph County.
Doesn't even get across to the 45. So Randolph County's going to have great field position at the 42.
Actually, some of their best field position of the night when you think they've only been in the red zone once tonight. And so they'll actually start this series on the 41-yard line of the Indians from Ohatchee.
17-0 with 1:03 left to go in the third quarter. Ohatchee leading right now, but Randolph County with some new life as they have the ball, as Greg mentioned, at the 41.
If you've enjoyed the content, the broadcast tonight from Jack Moman and myself, Greg Hicks, please send your tax deductible.
Hey, that play is whistled dead.
Sorry. We're just looking to make some extra cash. We got
it's Christmas is coming.
Yeah, we got to buy gas going back. So, but
it's cheaper coming back. That's true.
Send it in to the Roanoke or LaGrange office.
WELR.
Yeah, for the Jack and Greg show, and we'd really appreciate that.
You know, we ought to do that sometime. Just
see what'll happen.
Just
think anybody will send us $1?
They'll send us a quarter to call someone who cares. As Lane's going to hit the handoff, I tell you what, I don't know if they just watched film on Lane, but if he gets the ball, there's 3 guys from Ohatchee on top of him.
Well, he had a couple of games ago, the first playoff series, he had 183 yards rushing. So, he's a stout back, but I tell you, Ohatchee's has got his number tonight for sure, as that'll go down as really no gain, as they had a illegal motion penalty. So it was 1st and 15. Now it's 2nd and 15 for your Tigers.
Play clock down to 13. Prestridge with twins to the right side takes it. Not even a step back. Just going to swing it out to his wide receiver who gets to the 40. And he'll stop the clock as he goes out of bounds.
They're going to mark him out at the 41-yard line. That'll be a pickup of about 6 or 7 yards. It'll bring it back to 3rd down and 10. As you know, they originally started on the 41-yard line, Jack, and with that illegal procedure and a yard loss. Yep. So it's 3rd down and 10 for your Tigers. 18 seconds left in the third quarter as the clock is stopped because he had gone out of bounds.
Play clock at 10, though. Back to pass. Here's Prestridge. Rolls to his right. He's going to have to run the ball himself across the 40. Still on his feet to the 35. He may get to the 30. He had to get across the 30 for a first down. I think he got it.
Oh, nice play by Prestridge. One of the better plays tonight as he rolls out. And they'll move the chains as he rolls out. He kind of comes out of the pocket, Jack, rolls hard, and then he sprints out. He picks up 11 yards. He only needed 10. He's down to the 30-yard line. Actually did go out of bounds, so that'll end the third quarter of play.
So the third quarter is over. 17-0 is your score, but Randolph County is driving as we go into the fourth quarter of play in the Alabama State playoffs right here on Eagle Sports.
Make it hard to keep your home comfortable. Don't sweat it. Talk to the specialists at Bain Heating and Air Conditioning for help. Right now, they're offering up to a $1,600 rebate on a qualifying new Lennox system that can give you the control you need and the comfort you want. Call Bain Heating and Air Conditioning today at 1-800-894-3353. Alabama license number 12072.
We got a Jack and football kind of romance, baby, that's you and me. We got a Jack and football kind of romance, screaming cheers and sipping iced tea. So if you love some football and awesome Jack's food, find a person who likes the same thing.
Stop in today and order up some hand-breaded chicken fingers at Jack's. All about the South.
And have a Jack and football kind.
What if we told you that in 2 years or even less, you can be working in one of 8 high-demand technical fields, making great wages, buying new wheels, finding a home, vacationing, and providing a great future for your family? Now, what if we told you that you can get this training right here at Southern Union in day or evening classes? Call 334.
No, they should be blowing the whistle. Long time ago.
745-6437, extension 5316 to find out more. Classes start soon, so call today. Career training pays off fast.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WELR 102.3 FM, Roanoke LaGrange.
Welcome back to Area High School Football. A 1st and 10 for Randolph County. So they're moving left to right on your radio dial. Pressures goes under center, turns, hands the ball off to Lane. Lane's going to get hit the line of scrimmage, get a couple of yards across the 20, down to about the 17-yard, excuse me, we'll call that the 16-yard line.
Yeah, it was on the ball was on the 18. They're going to move it down to the 16, second down and 8 for the Tigers. And we talked earlier, Jack, they're on the move. While we were at break, coming back from break, Prestridge had rolled out to the left and actually did a little right-handed shuffle pass to his tight end that was dragging across and picked up a first down. So, getting creative here on the offensive side of the ball of the Tigers.
Going to throw the ball, and it's going to be completely incomplete. I think that's just a missed opportunity there, Greg.
Yeah, he so number 64, Ohatchee has to go out of the game. He lost his helmet, and I don't know if they're recruiting down from the college, but that kid's got a full beard. I'm just saying with my binoculars on. So Prestridge tried to hit the tailback on a little flare pass out of the backfield. It's one of the toughest throws because you kind of lead him toward the sidelines. You had plenty of turf to work with, but just couldn't get it to him. Really works better, I tell you. Some things that I've noticed is that the H-back hesitating and just coming in right behind the linebackers tends to work well.
Student body right as we're going to try just finding their way down inside the 10-yard line. I think it's going to be a first down for Randolph County.
It'll move him inside the 10 down to about the 6. Let's see where they're going to spot it at the 9. But if it's not a first down, no, they're going to bring up 4th down, and they're going to call it 1. We thought it from our angle looked like a first down, but so here where you go. Do you opt to put points? 3 points will help, but right now you need 6.
I need 6.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So that's 4th down and 1. So let's see if Randolph County Tigers can get a first down at least.
Pressure's under center. Takes the snap. Turns around. Hands off the lane. Lane.
He didn't get
in
it.
The backfield.
He didn't get it.
I don't think he got it. Number 62. Caleb Montgomery from his defensive end position dives inside, grabs him in the backfield as he goes forward. And Lane, bless his heart, who's had some great success in playoff this year, has just been held to almost nothing in this second half.
Well, the right side of that defensive line, Jack, just simply dove underneath the feet and created a pile, and Lane just couldn't get over that pile. Really, I don't even know if he got back to the line of scrimmage. No, I think so. It looks like he's lost a half a yard. So the Indians from Ohatchee will take over 1st and 10 from their own 10-yard line.
10:06 left to go in this contest. As Eubanks will take the shotgun snap, turn, come right up the middle of the field. We read it well this time, and the Tigers will tackle him. He'll lose some yardage back around the 7-yard line. Let's take 30 seconds really quickly back to the station. 17-0 with 9:55 left to go on Eagle Sports.
At First State Bank, we believe that the final score of tonight's game will likely fade from memories as the years pass on by. But the lessons learned as a high school football player will serve each player for a lifetime. Lessons of hard work, discipline, teamwork, and planning will help form the future of each participant. That's why we're proud to support area student athletes on the fields and courts and in the classroom. First State Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender in Lineville, Wadowee, and Ashland.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WELR 102.3 FM, Roanoke LaGrange.
Welcome back. 17-0 is your score. Ohatchee leading this one. And they've got a 3rd down situation with 7 yards to go. Ball resting on the 11-yard line.
Again, key 3rd down for your Tigers. See if they could create something real quick.
They fake the handoff, come around this right into Eubanks. Eubanks finding his way down the field. He'll get a first down across the 25 to about the 27-yard line.
He's one of those motors that the longer he plays, the stronger that motor gets, it looks like, as he just continues to drag Tigers with him. They had him by his jersey then. He was going to run out of his jersey. He just will not be denied. And you just got to like the tenacity of Eubanks and of Tucker, two of their key offensive and really in defensive. They've been all over the field tonight, and a well-deserved rest tonight because barring any miracle by the Tigers, Ohatchee Indians should win this contest tonight.
They have a great opportunity here. 8:27 left to go, and a timeout is called on the field. They take a timeout. We take one as well. 60 seconds. That's 2 spots. 60 seconds back to the station right here on Eagle Sports.
When it comes to you and your family's health, you want the best care possible. Emerging Home Care, now known as EHC Pharmacy, your locally owned Health Mart pharmacy, is here to help. The caring and knowledgeable staff at EHC takes the time to get to know their patients, understand their needs, and help them on a path to better health. They truly want to be a trusted healthcare resource for you and your family. Stop in and see why so many people choose EHC Pharmacy. EHC in the 3D Shopping Center in Roanoke, caring for you and about you. That's Health Mart. And EHC's drive-thru is now open.
The Rack and Spur, located on the Randolph-Chambers County line, open 7 days a week, handling all your deer processing needs. Deer 50 pounds or more, $50. Deer less than 50 pounds, $40. And they do that summer sausage, jerky, link sausage. They've got a little peanut hay left, so stop by if you are in need of hay. See Rodney, Benji, and Goober at the Rack and Spur. Shelled corn, just $6.50 a bag. And register to win $250 to be given away on December 24th and $250 to be given away on February 10th. The Rack and Spur on the Randolph-Chambers County line, now open 7 days a week. You're listening to Area High School Football on WELR 102.3 FM, Roanoke LaGrange.
Welcome back as Eubanks will
No.
take the, excuse me, that's
Tucker.
not that's Tucker around the right side, and man, can he fly. Gets across the 40, down across the 50, then across the other 40 into the 35-yard line, and that's another big first down for Ohatchee.
You know, just a little tall sweep. Last time they went to the left side, this time they went to the right side. He picks up 40 yards across midfield down to the 35-yard line of Randolph County as this game is inside of 9 minutes to play, and it looks like Ohatchee wants to add some more.
A lot of movement in the backfield as they're going to go around the left side. This could be another touchdown as Eubanks fights a few guys off in the backfield and then just takes a laser step to the left and goes into the end zone for another touchdown.
Eubanks is so fast. It looks like he stands at about 5'9", 5'10" on a good day, and that's if he's on his tiptoes. But, man, is he fast. He's got to be certainly one of the fastest, if not the fastest kid on the field tonight.
They've got him at 5'10", 194.
Well,
he is one of the thicker guys on the field, though, especially from a specialist standpoint.
Well, he can flat out fly. There's not a kid there that can get him. His long hair flying in the wind, and yet another good extra point. So that'll take the Ohatchee Indians well in control of this game, as some of the Randolph County fans said, well, I'm going to start heading back to wee.
All right, let's
24 to nothing.
Let's take 2 spots back to the station right here on Eagle Sports.
We got a chance to put on the romance, baby, that you and me. We got a chance and put on the romance, screaming cheers and sipping iced tea. Soaking up some football and awesome good food. Find a person who likes the same thing.
Stop in today and order up some hand-breaded chicken fingers at Jack's. All about the South.
H&M Drug believes in convenience for their customers, and they have changed their hours to make it more convenient for you. The new hours are 8:30 to 6:30 Monday through Friday and 8:30 to 12 on Saturday. More convenient hours and faster service to save you time and money. Remember, their new hours are 8:30 to 6:30 Monday through Friday and 8:30 to 12 on Saturday. Call your prescription in by phone and use our drive-in window. H&M Drug, Highway 431 in Wedowee.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WELR 102.3 FM, Roanoke LaGrange.
Welcome back. Randolph County will return the kickoff across the 30 to the 40-yard line, actually up to the 45, and that's where they'll have it 1st and 10.
Good field position. You really want these Tigers to score. You know, now it's getting to the point where, again, barring a miracle, and that's what it would take, that they're not going to win this football game. You just wanted to make it respectable. They've had so many opportunities tonight to score, and you really wish that they could really do something this time and get it in the end zone, because for these seniors especially, they'd love to.
Flag on the play.
It came in from behind the linebackers. So
we back them up 5.
All right.
illegal substitution against Randolph County. And, Greg, I hate to say this, but that's been a big Achilles heel for this team. It's a lot of these things like legal substitution, delay of game. Those sorts of things are really not on the players.
No, you can't blame the players for that.
Pressures back to pass. Swings it out, complete to the 40. And they'll stop him there he'll get across the 40, get up to the 43-yard line.
Nice little, just a little flare pass out to his tailback in the flats out here on the Randolph County side, and he's able to pick up about 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 12 for the Tigers as the ball rests on their own 43-yard line. So they've got about 57 yards to go before they score a touchdown.
Back to pass once again. They'll swing it out. This time Lane will get a chance to get a first down. Now she will get back to the line of scrimmage. She'll get to the 45, maybe the 46.
He may have gained a yard or two. They're going to mark him out of bounds as the referee hurries up. They've got an injured player for Randolph County as he's thrown into the ice chest and bench over there. So they're going to take a timeout. We can get some spots he's made up.
We'll take 60 seconds back to the station as they check on that young man. 60 seconds back to the station. 24-0 in favor of Ohatchee right here on Eagle Sports.
Trailer Retirement Community, a community consisting of over 55 years of experience in senior services. A community with a nursing home rated as one of the best in 2014 in Alabama by U.S. News and World Report. The Inn at TRC, East Alabama and West Georgia's premier rehab center, offering rehabilitation care, post-hospital care, and transitional care. TRC's Williamsburg Manor 1 and 2, providing assisted living and memory care. And Williamsburg Garden Apartments, providing independent living. Visit Trailer Retirement Community today or call 334-863-3500. Trailer Retirement Community, a community of caring.
What if we told you that in 2 years or even less, you can be working in one of 8 high-demand technical fields, making great wages, buying new wheels, finding home, vacationing, and providing a great future for your family? Now, what if we told you that you can get this training right here at Southern Union in day or evening classes? Call 334-745-6437, extension 5316 to find out more. Classes start soon, so call today. Career training pays off fast.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WELR 102.3 FM, Roanoke LaGrange.
Welcome back. 6:50 left to go in this contest. 24-0 in favor of Ohatchee. And now they'll be moving from left to right on your radio dial. Ball resting just across the 45-yard line. Pressure's going to roll to his right. Got guys in his face. Got a bunch of guys in his face. Looking. He'll go down back at the 36-yard line.
Wow. Tucker was complaining that the big left tackle for Randolph County held him. Well, he was wrong. He didn't get held. The left tackle tackled him. That's what he does as a left tackle. He tackled him.
Is that what they call it, a tackle?
I guess. But we've got a timeout on the field.
They take a timeout. We take one as well. 60 seconds back at the station. 2 spots right here on Eagle Sports.
When it comes to you and your family's health, you want the best care possible. Emerging Home Care, now known as EHC Pharmacy, your locally owned Health Mart pharmacy, is here to help. The caring and knowledgeable staff at EHC takes the time to get to know their patients, understand their needs, and help them on a path to better health. They truly want to be a trusted healthcare resource for you and your family. Stop in and see why so many people choose EHC Pharmacy. EHC in the 3D Shopping Center in Roanoke, caring for you and about you. That's Health Mart. And EHC's drive-thru is now open.
The Rack and Spur, located Highway 431 on the Randolph-Chambers County line, is a proud supporter of area high school football. Visit Rodney, Benji, Nick, and Goober for a great selection. They have food for all your animals, and they're offering a great special on delivery of bulk feed. With the current hay shortage, they're taking orders on nice, clean peanut hay. You'll enjoy shopping and doing business with my friends at the Rack and Spur, located on Highway 431 on the Randolph-Chambers County line. Open 6 days a week. Phone 334-863-7771. You're listening to Area High School Football on WELR 102.3 FM, Roanoke LaGrange.
Welcome back to Area High School Football. 6:20 left to go in this contest. 24-0. Ohatchee leading Randolph County. Randolph County with the ball. Going to have to punt the ball away. Steps up, gets the kickoff. Spiral up, but it'll just kind of come down and go out of bounds on the far side. It'll be about at the 35-yard line. Quick 30 seconds back to the station on Eagle Sports.
In our role as a true community bank, First State Bank is proud to support area football teams. From the players to coaches, and from cheerleaders to band members, we believe high school football is something very special and something that becomes part of the spirit of the community that we all share. First State Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender in Lineville, Wedowee, and Ashland. First State Bank.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WELR 102.3 FM, Roanoke, LaGrange.
Welcome back. Boy, the body, they're flying. Austin Tucker, the ball carrier, going around the right side. Ohatchee will get a surge up the field, about 6 yards, 2nd and 4.
You know, these seniors, and I don't know if Eubanks is a senior, Jack, if you can, the quarterback, but certainly Tucker is, and he's having a.
Yeah, he's a senior.
So Eubanks and Tucker really want to take this team to the state championship game. You can just see it in the way they play. All these kids from Ohatchee, you just got to give them kudos for just really from the initial kickoff. Man, they've been absolutely hammering it. And you know, these Tigers have not given up at all, Jack. They're still battling. They wish they could put some points on the board as this game is dwindling down 5 minutes and 33 seconds. Ohatchee well in hand with a 24-0 lead.
That penalty will go against Randolph County. It'll be a first down. Ohatchee now with the ball, resting at the 43-yard line. First and 10 for them. 24-0 is your score in favor of Ohatchee. They'll break the huddle. Tight splits once again. Eubanks calls for it, hands the ball off to Tucker going around the right side, and he wants more. Sprinting down the right sideline to the 30, still on his feet. They dive at his heels. Nothing's going to stop him. He's going to go into the end zone for another touchdown for Ohatchee.
Wow. I don't know who you give the most valuable player to. Is it Tucker or Eubanks? Man, Tucker just then broke 5 tackles going down the sidelines. As Prestridge tried to push him out, he would not be denied. He just kept on rolling. What a tremendous run by the kid Tucker from Ohatchee.
Austin Tucker, senior, 5'10", 165. And now here comes Ohatchee to attempt the point after touchdown. Just a straight-on kick, as Greg mentioned. Snap, hold, kick is up. He punches it through, and it's another touchdown, an extra point for the folks from Ohatchee. 31-0 is your score with 5 minutes and 5 seconds left to go. 60 seconds back to the station. 60 seconds back to the station right here on Eagle Sports.
It's fall, and the ever-changing weather can make it hard to keep your home comfortable. Don't sweat it. Talk to the specialists at Bain Heating and Air Conditioning for help. Right now, they're offering up to a $1,600 rebate on a qualifying new Lennox system that can give you the control you need and the comfort you want. Call Bain Heating and Air Conditioning today at 1-800-894-3353. Alabama license number 12072.
You've heard it said, it's all about you. Well, Bank of Wedowee's new unique checking account is truly all about you. There's no monthly minimum balance service charge. You choose your rewards, either cash back on debit card purchases or higher interest on your balance. Plus, you enjoy ATM fee refunds. Qualifying is simple. Come by Bank of Wedowee today for complete details. Bank of Wedowee's unique checking puts money back in your pocket.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WELR 102.3 FM, Roanoke, LaGrange.
Welcome back. A nice return by Randolph County across the 40-yard line. And what looked to the crowd across the far away is that late hit really wasn't. Just guys continue to fight their way towards the end of the contest. Ball will actually get to the 39-yard line. That's where Randolph County will have it first and 10 with 4:58 left to go.
You know, you just season. This is the 13th game of the season for these Randolph County Tigers, and man, what a nice venue tonight. They continue to work to get that touchdown as these kids never give up. Same thing with Ohatchee. They just on that scored and
tall sweep. They're gonna lose the ball, and Ohatchee's gonna get on it.
Wow,
Oh,
just,
my goodness.
Just when we were thinking that they might. And no, it's second
No,
down.
second down, okay.
Wow, lucky for the Tigers to be able to get back on that.
Ball rests now at the 34.
That pitch will result in a 5-yard loss. .428, clock still moving.
So here they come. Randolph County again moving left to right. Takes a snap, looking, loses the ball. Pressures as he's trying to throw it, loses it. Now he's looking downfield. He's going to air it out to the corner, throw it out of bounds. But they're going to give him intentional grounding on that.
Well, I tell you what, it just keeps going. With 2 almost fumbles on the last 2 plays. Fumble, they got back on it. That time, ball bounced up into Precious' hands, and he's struggling. He's in about the 18-yard line. He throws it out of bounds at about the 35. Nobody's in the area, so they're going to back it up to the 14-yard line. So that'll bring up 3rd down and forever, it seems like. 10, about 3rd and 30, as he'll have to come out to the 49-yard line to get a 1st down. So clock 4:05 left in this contest. If you've been in and out joining us, Ohatchee commanding lead 31-0 over your Randolph County Tigers. But what a successful season it has been for these Tigers of Weedowie.
As they toss a little across the middle pass. They'll get across to the 24-yard line. They'll bring up 4th down and a whole bunch. They'll have to punt the ball away.
Well, they do they have to, or are they going to try?
I think they have to.
Yeah, they might as well punt the ball away. And, I mean, you're not going to win this football game. So, just when in doubt, go ahead and punt it. See what happens. But good job just all around tonight. So,
Ohatchee has been exactly what we expect them to be.
Yeah.
But, just like in the first game contest, we'd like to see at least a score on the Randolph County side.
Totally agree. They've worked so hard tonight. They just keep pounding. Really on a I'm not going to say a much better Ohatchee team, but a better Ohatchee team.
We got another illegal substitution penalty.
And that's what we're talking about. When I say not much better, hey, it was 10-0 at halftime, and it could have been 10-7 at halftime.
Yeah, easily.
Randolph County had their chances to score, but you could just see the energy level of Ohatchee in the second half. They just had energy. What a punt.
There's a great kick.
What a punt.
This one finally does take a big Randolph County roll down to the 32-yard line. So that's 60 seconds back to the station with 3:06 left to go. 31-0 on Eagle Sports.
Emergency Medical Transport is proud to be part of this community and to serve the people of Roanoke, Randolph County, and surrounding areas. Emergency Medical Transport, owned and operated by Matt Knight, have 6 ambulances in their transport fleet and 28 full and part-time EMTs, advanced EMTs, and paramedics to assure that if you need emergency services, they'll be there when you need them. When you or your loved one needs professional emergency medical services quickly, you can rely on EMT, Emergency Medical Transport, serving Roanoke and surrounding areas. Smile. It makes you feel better. Don't like your smile? Then you should see Dr. Michael Edwards in Wedowee for a comprehensive range of services for adults and children. Dr. Edwards offers services such as cosmetic dentistry, implants, veneers, bleaching, wisdom teeth, and all general dentistry. He's licensed for IV sedation, accepts insurance, and offers financing through Care Credit. Let Dr. Michael Edwards in Wedowee help your smile be everything you want it to be. For appointments, call 256-357-2882.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WELR 102.3 FM, Roanoke, LaGrange.
Welcome back as they're going to hand the ball off into the line. Some younger players, some cleaner jerseys coming out of the field for Ohatchee. 2:22 left to go in this contest. 31-0 is your score.
Clock continues to run. As you said, we looked up coming back from break, and a lot of dirty jerseys on the Randolph County side, but
clean red jerseys on the Ohatchee side.
Sure, a lot of they're not that big of a team. Class AAA. I think Randolph County's thicker than these guys are, but they got Ohatchee's really got a good starting 11 on both offense and defense.
Hand the ball. Actually, the quarterback's going to keep it, and they'll push him back. He won't get the first down. They'll have to punt the ball away. Minute 43, clock continues to tick. 31-0 will more than likely be our final score, barring something unusual.
We hope it's 31-7, but still one timeout each left for each team. As the Eubanks will come in, and he'll stand on the 25-yard line. The Tigers have a return man back on the 31-yard line. I don't think he's going to punt it that far.
Steps up, gets the kickoff. Bounces at the 35 and all the way down to the 25. Randolph County will have its last drive starting from there. 30 seconds back to the station on Eagle Sports.
Let's take a second and picture our dream home. The fence along the drive, the siding, the windows, a two-car garage you pull into, the porch you walk up on, and now we're inside. Look at those beautiful floors and that fireplace. That's pretty easy, right? Well, just as we built a home in our mind, Russell Do-It Center can bring that dream to life from A to Z. Russell Do-It Center offers full contractor service. They can read those house plans and everything in between to get you in the home you've dreamed of. Call Larry Driver today at 334-863-5330. That's 863-5330. And let Russell Do-It Center do it for you.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WELR 102.3 FM, Roanoke LaGrange.
Look back as Wortham comes in at the quarterback. He'll whip it down the field on a nice little throw, complete to number 32. That's Seth Hanna. He was injured earlier in the ball game. That shoulder gave him a hard time, but he does a great job of catching and maintaining possession on that one.
Nice little seam route as he picks up, you're right, Jack, several yards out to the 45-yard line. That'll stop the clock while they move the chains, but you're inside a minute, 36 seconds left to go in this ball game.
Wortham once again will be the quarterback. He backs up, looking, quickly whips it down the field. He's got a man complete at the 30. And again, they are playing against some pretty young talent out there. They'll stop the clock again to move the chains with 20 seconds left to go. Wortham will run to the sideline, get his next play.
Nice looking pass, Wortham is.
They'll roll the clock.
Yep.
A timeout will be called. They'll come over to the sideline. They take a timeout. We take one as well. 60 seconds back to the station right here on Eagle Sports.
$200,000 in the middle, I'm at 225. You get them at 225. You able to buy them at 225?
I'm Ron Young with Southern Auction Solutions. The auction method is the best way to obtain top dollar quickly for your assets. Contact us today and let us turn your assets into cash. 23 Main Street, Wedowee, 256-357-9600, SouthernAuctionSolutions.com. SouthernAuctionSolutions.com. Also find us on Facebook. Sold them to you.
When it comes to you and your family's health, you want the best care possible. Emerging Home Care, now known as EHC Pharmacy, your locally owned Health Mart pharmacy, is here to help. The caring and knowledgeable staff at EHC takes the time to get to know their patients, understand their needs, and help them on a path to better health. They truly want to be a trusted healthcare resource for you and your family. Stop in and see why so many people choose EHC Pharmacy. EHC in the 3D Shopping Center in Roanoke, caring for you and about you. That's Health Mart. And EHC's drive-thru is now open.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WELR 102.3 FM, Roanoke LaGrange.
Welcome back. Wortham going to step in at quarterback once again. He'll whip the ball down the field on the far side. It'll fall incomplete. They'll stop the clock with 10 seconds left to go. First 25 seconds on the play clock. And we may see one more, possibly two more plays left in this contest, as right now Ohatchee leads 31-0.
It takes about 6 seconds to run an average play. But that depends on, too, if there's a lot of rolling out by the quarterback and if he's being chased and pressured and he's got to get rid of the football. But, yeah, we might see two plays.
Wortham back. Got a man in his face, steps up. They're going to sack him, and that's going to do it. 2-1-0, and Ohatchee will continue their run towards the state championship, and Randolph County will fall by a score of 31-0 here from Ohatchee. we're going to step away let you hear again from some of our sponsors. We're going to do 8 spots, guys, 8 spots back to the station. When we come back, we'll give you some scores, some updates, some other information for you, and we'll close things out. Again, from Randolph County has fallen to Ohatchee tonight, 31-0, right here on Eagle Sports.
The Rack and Spur, located on the Randolph-Chambers County line, open 7 days a week, handling all your deer processing needs. Deer 50 pounds or more, $50. Deer less than 50 pounds, $40. And they do that summer sausage, jerky, link sausage. They've got a little peanut hay left, so stop by if you are in need of hay. See Rodney, Benji, and Goober at the Rack and Spur. Shelled corn, just $6.50 a bag. And register to win $250 to be given away on December 24th and $250 to be given away on February 10th. The Rack and Spur on the Randolph-Chambers County line, now open 7 days a week.
Friday nights in the fall mean football. This time of the year is all about the excitement of watching your favorite team excel on the football field. With that excitement, Sheriff David Cofield and the Randolph County Sheriff's Office encourage you to enjoy the excitement, but do so responsibly. Celebrate your team's performance with others in mind. Whether in victory or defeat, show good sportsmanship before, during, and after the game. Don't drink and drive. We want you to get home safely, so get a designated driver. These are just some simple tips courtesy of Sheriff David Cofield and the Randolph County Sheriff's Office to help us all enjoy the football season.
You've heard it said, it's all about you. Well, Bank of Wedowie's new unique checking account is truly all about you. There's no monthly minimum balance service charge. You choose your rewards, either cash back on debit card purchases or higher interest on your balance. Plus, you enjoy ATM fee refunds. Qualifying is simple. Come by Bank of Wedowee today for complete details. Bank of Wedowie's unique checking puts money back in your pocket.
What if we told you that in 2 years or even less, you can be working in one of 8 high-demand technical fields, making great wages, buying new wheels, finding a home, vacationing, and providing a great future for your family? Now, what if we told you that you can get this training right here at Southern Union in day or evening classes? Call 334-745-6437, extension 5316 to find out more. Classes start soon, so call today. Career training pays off fast.
If you'd like to witness the spirit of a community, just visit a local high school game on an autumn Friday night. That spirit drives us to support the young men and women who are players or band members that make high school football something special. At First State Bank, we know a thing or two about community spirit because it sits at the very foundation of all that we do. First State Bank, member FDIC and an equal housing lender in Lineville, Wedowee, and Ashland.
Smile. It makes you feel better. Don't like your smile? Then you should see Dr. Michael Edwards in Wedowee for a comprehensive range of services for adults and children. Dr. Edwards offers services such as cosmetic dentistry, implants, veneers, bleaching, wisdom teeth, and all general dentistry. He's licensed for IV sedation, accepts insurance, and offers financing through Care Credit. Let Dr. Michael Edwards in Wedowee help your smile be everything you want it to be. For appointments, call 256-357-2882.
The Rack and Spur, located Highway 431 on the Randolph-Chambers County line, is a proud supporter of area high school football. Visit Rodney, Benji, Nick, and Goober for a great selection. They have food for all your animals, and they're offering a great special on delivery of bulk feed. With the current hay shortage, they're taking orders on nice, clean peanut hay. You'll enjoy shopping and doing business with my friends at the Rack and Spur, located on Highway 431 on the Randolph-Chambers County line. Open 6 days a week. Phone 334-863-7771.
When it comes to you and your family's health, you want the best care possible. Emerging Home Care, now known as EHC Pharmacy, your locally owned Health Mart pharmacy, is here to help. The caring and knowledgeable staff at EHC takes the time to get to know their patients, understand their needs, and help them on a path to better health. They truly want to be a trusted healthcare resource for you and your family. Stop in and see why so many people choose EHC Pharmacy. EHC in the 3D Shopping Center in Roanoke, caring for you and about you. That's Health Mart. And EHC's drive-thru is now open.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WELR 102.3 FM, Roanoke, LaGrange.
Welcome back as the Randolph County Tigers have fallen to the Indians of Ohatchee by a score of 31-0 here in Ohatchee. It's been a quick game, Greg. You know, there was a little bit of passing, but a lot of pounding on the ground. Ohatchee came out really in 6 plays. They were able to score a touchdown to start off this contest. Randolph County had a valiant first half, had the ball inside the 30 several times with just some defensive problems. They threw a couple of interceptions that were ill-fated. Did get a fumble down the end zone, touchback, brought the ball back out to save a touchdown in the first half. But the second half, they stalled in a drive. Eubanks, who's just everywhere tonight, in one play, he scores a touchdown, about a 70-yard run down the field. He was just hard to take down. He and Tucker, they were just a 1-2 punch that was just a little bit too much tonight for these Tigers of Randolph County.
Well, and it's you know, they did play 13 ball games, the Tigers did, and, you know, give them credit for a lot of teams are been sitting at home now for 3 weeks, and so you know, Randolph County really put together a fabulous season, and it's you know, in several years now, and so good for them. And I know Coach Prestridge is sad for the loss, and I'm sure he's going to go back and look at the film and see what their team can do to kind of start working on the off season. And good-looking kids out there for the Tigers. I tell you, just they had some struggles tonight, challenged you know, beating the play clock and substitutions and too many illegal motion penalties, and I believe those motion penalties called by, looks like they installed a whole new set of plays. Yeah. Too many kids looking at their wrist, and it caused them to get off balance and out of sync, and you know, caused the illegal motion penalties and really running down in several delayed game calls.
Sometimes you get things in your head, and you start to think back, and maybe things weren't as bad as you thought they were. I was looking back at the schedule, how Randolph County got here. They began with a win against Barber County, 41-6. They then lost to Ohatchee in the second game of the season. That was a 34-6 ball game. So really not a lot of difference, 31-0 in this contest. But I guess they thought we got beat by them one time. They put some more points on the board. Let's try to do something to get our offense moving. Piedmont was their only other regular season loss. And then I'll tell you what, just again, these Randolph County Tigers just rolled off win after win against Glencoe, Woodland, Cleburne County, Pleasant Valley, Weaver, Walter Wellborn. They get into the playoffs with Ranburne, J.B. Pennington, and Sylvania last week. But then today, though, they do fall 31-0 against Ohatchee. Let's take another big spot break. We're going to do 8 spots back to the station. When we come back, we'll get ready to wrap things up here from Ohatchee as the Randolph County Tigers have fallen on Eagle Sports.
Smile. It makes you feel better. Don't like your smile? Then you should see Dr. Michael Edwards in Wedowee for a comprehensive range of services for adults and children. Dr. Edwards offers services such as cosmetic dentistry, implants, veneers, bleaching, wisdom teeth, and all general dentistry. He's licensed for IV sedation, accepts insurance, and offers financing through Care Credit. Let Dr. Michael Edwards in Wedowee help your smile be everything you want it to be. For appointments, call 256-357-2882.
$200,000 and I bet them at $225. You get them at $225. You able to buy them at $225?
I'm Ron Young with Southern Auction Solutions. The auction method is the best way to obtain top dollar quickly for your assets. Contact us today and let us turn your assets into cash. 23 Main Street, Wedowee, 256-357-9600, SouthernAuctionSolutions.com. SouthernAuctionSolutions.com. Also find us on Facebook. Sold them to you.
Let's take a second and picture our dream home. The fence along the drive, the siding, the windows, a 2-car garage you pull into, the porch you walk up on, and now we're inside. Look at those beautiful floors and that fireplace. That's pretty easy, right? Well, just as we built a home in our mind, Russell Do-It Center can bring that dream to life from A to Z. Russell Do-It Center offers full contractor service. They can read those house plans and everything in between to get you in the home you've dreamed of. Call Larry Driver today at 334-863-5330. That's 863-5330. And let Russell Do-It Center do it for you.
H&M Drug believes in convenience for their customers, and they have changed their hours to make it more convenient for you. The new hours are 8:30 to 6:30 Monday through Friday and 8:30 to 12 on Saturday. More convenient hours and faster service to save you time and money. Remember, their new hours are 8:30 to 6:30 Monday through Friday and 8:30 to 12 on Saturday. Call your prescription in by phone and use our drive-in window. H&M Drug, Highway 431 in Wedowee.
Friday nights in the fall mean football. This time of the year is all about the excitement of watching your favorite team excel on the football field. With that excitement, Sheriff David Cofield and the Randolph County Sheriff's Office encourage you to enjoy the excitement, but do so responsibly. Celebrate your team's performance with others in mind. Whether in victory or defeat, show good sportsmanship before, during, and after the game. Don't drink and drive. We want you to get home safely, so get a designated driver. These are just some simple tips courtesy of Sheriff David Cofield and the Randolph County Sheriff's Office to help us all enjoy the football season.
$200,000 and I bid them at $225. You get them at $225. You able to buy them at $225?
I'm Ron Young with Southern Auction Solutions. The auction method is the best way to obtain top dollar quickly for your assets. Contact us today and let us turn your assets into cash. 23 Main Street, Wedowee, 256-357-9600, SouthernAuctionSolutions.com, SouthernAuctionSolutions.com. Also find us on Facebook. Sold them to you.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WELR 102.3 FM, Roanoke, LaGrange.
Welcome back as we get ready to close down the season for Randolph County in area high school football. Our thanks again to Scott back at the station, Thomas here producing us, and, of course, Coleman making sure everything gets handled and gets everybody paid at the state level so we can bring you these contests. And, Greg, I tell you, again, a great season for Randolph County. They have nothing to hang their head about. They fought well. They just came in with just two guys, really, just a little bit too much on both sides of the ball. As both Tucker and Eubanks were just a little bit too much for this Randolph County team tonight.
Absolutely. We saw some impressive athletes really on both sides of the football. It just looked like Randolph County just ran out of gas a little too soon and just couldn't seem to get in sync, get in rhythm all night long, which just struggled to get things going. And then, Ohatchee, they never really – they had a couple of stalls and, give Randolph County credit. Those Tigers really bowed up and kept them out of the end zone. I mean, it could have been another 2 or 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And so kudos to Randolph County and Coach Prestridge and his staff to get these Tigers prepared for this game. But just still couldn't get their act together as far as offensively goes. Couldn't quite put it together. Defense, I think they played their hearts out. Ohatchee just a little too much for him for the second time this year. And
well, also, at this level, that's the same guys.
Absolutely.
If you talk about them, that's the same guys on offense and defense, and they really did put a valiant effort tonight. A couple of quick scores.
Yep.
Piedmont over Weaver right now, 36-14. We mentioned in 3A and Region 5, it's really been the cream of 3A. 4 teams that were still in the playoffs. Now it's down to 2, so more than likely to be, of course, Ohatchee, which won tonight, and then Piedmont. They'll be the ones that are still in this thing as we move forward in the Alabama State playoffs. You got any other scores there, Greg?
Well, it looks like Lynette's going to beat Tanner, barring any miracle. They had 20 points, 41-21 late in the contest. Looks like Fife ahead of Lafayette by 11, 31-20. Hanley is taking care of their opponent. They beat Thomasville tonight, 36-16. They were at Thomasville. So depending on how their bracket lays out, they may have a home game next week. We'll see that. And it looks like Lynette may actually be traveling. Hard to say. Opelika right now is losing to Spanish Fort 17-14. And Beauregard down just around outside Opelika, 56-21.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So, it's been a wonderful high school football season for all the folks in Randolph County and all around the area. Again, our thanks to all the folks at Eagle that helped to bring these games to you and help you enjoy high school football throughout the season. If you're part of the Eagle Network and you're listening and watching the live stream, Callaway will continue next week as they've won their big ball game tonight. So they'll continue next week. We'll get you details on that coming up. You'll find out where they're going to be playing, home or away. I think there is a coin toss in the future for those folks. But for Thomas, for Scott back to the station, for Coleman Vice, for Greg Hicks, I'm Jack Mormon, and we thank you, folks, and we'll see you next season on the radio.
Area football.